Hello, 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 and welcome to another episode in the thrilling adventures of the Kobold crew. Let me see here. How's everyone
Reading.
feeling? You feeling good? Feeling nice?
Yeah.
Feeling okay.
Yeah, just okay. Yeah.
I think it has been a stressful week for a lot of people.
I would agree. Well, I suppose we can get right into it. Last time, with our kobold companions, they were traveling back from a close encounter with the White Dragon, Arveatures, to deliver the bottles of pirate's rum back to Torga so that she would act as a patron of sorts. You returned to Bryn Shander, unfortunately, during a dark and solemn time. The lottery, specifically the Way of Sacrifice to the Frost Maiden, for the three largest towns in Icewind Dale. The party hurried to Black Iron Blades and met with Torga again, who was very satisfied with their efforts. As a reward, she welcomed the party into her trading company as hired hands, a financially stable opportunity. As Torga led the party to one of her guild houses, quote-unquote, the party overheard the lot being drawn for the sacrifice, of which the name rang out as one Tevessa Namala. And all you could hear over the crowd was the desperate shrieking of her despair. With this tragedy playing in the party's mind, they found the safe house and partook of the many benefits and resources at Torg's trading company's disposal and all that it had to offer for its newest members. However, the party's conscience overtook them, and they decided that they had to do something about this woman who was to be sacrificed. Getting into their disguise, the party stealthily followed the town guard as they escorted the woman to the eastern gates of the city, to which she would be cast out into the wastes, cold and alone. Oh, lost my place. Getting into their disguise, the party stealthily followed the... hold on. Sorry. It was here they decided to split up, with Meepo tailing the woman to provide her aid, while the rest of the party would circle back to get the sleds and catch up. With her newly found abilities, Meepo turned invisible to sneak past the guards, while the rest, nearly caught in their disguise, made it safely back. Eventually, though, Meepo caught up with the freezing half-elf and quickly gave her comfort, only to find moments later that something was stalking her in the frozen tundra. A winter wolf under the command of the Frost Maiden to claim the woman as her sacrifice. Meepo had a serious challenge to face: survive until the party retrieved her and Tevessa. Thankfully, and luckily, the protection of Eldath was definitely on her side, to which the party arrived to a very fast and untouchable Meepo and defeated the Winter Wolf shortly after, leaving for the town of Tourmaline. And here is where we begin again. So, you all are currently, at the moment, traveling towards the town of Tourmaline. And I believe, did you say that you are cutting across the tundra, or were you going to stick to the roads?
I think we're currently out in the tundra, aren't we?
You are, I'd say you're about like a mile away from the gate, yes? So you're technically in the tundra, but it depends on you if you want to go back to the roads, or cut straight through the tundra to the road to Tourmaline.
I, for one, vote we at least cut up till we get to the road to Tourmaline, rather than doubling back and having to go around. Less odds of someone who knows we're seeing her.
We hadn't made it to Tourmaline yet?
Not yet, no.
I think we were just setting out when we left.
Right.
When we left off.
Correct.
I thought we ended at Tourmaline, but okay.
No. We had, I believe we had ended last session specifically heading out towards Tourmaline.
I think it makes sense to try to avoid the roads. We wouldn't want to get spotted.
At least, at least the ones like immediately around Brinjander, or was Brinjander? Yeah, it was.
Mm-hmm. Very good. In that case, I would like. Actually, first, before that happens, I actually need to roll something. Two things, actually. Let's see. And then a third thing. Double checking, cross referencing.
Yes, charts.
Well, the chart says. Let's see.
Stars.
Okay, I rolled. Interesting.
Oh shit.
Huh.
That's the phrase you never want to hear your DM say. Oh, interesting.
Well, that could be many things. So, you continue to Tourmaline, and you are cutting across the tundra. Thankfully, the cold does not give way to harsh winds and blizzard-like conditions, although it is especially cold tonight. Because there is no moon tonight, the only light that you see is that of the Aurora Borealis above you. The Ice Maiden's blessing, as it were. As you're riding towards Tourmaline, I would like everyone to make perception checks for me.
Oh no.
Oh, wow. Despite this advantage, it's still very good.
What do I perceive? Nothing.
Very little, in fact. Okay. Sorry. Hawks and Savage. As you are riding as fast as you can through the tundra, you spot a curious, something very curious about, I'd say, 100 feet to your, about 100 feet to your, to your northwest, like from where you are currently, to your northwest side. You see what appears to be an igloo, but very small. It looks more like a mound of snow than anything, but it has like a tiny little hole poked in the top, and there's like a little bit of light coming through. You don't see any smoke, but there is a brilliant little blue glow coming from inside. And you see dark shapes moving on the inside.
And we approach stealthily.
Okay. You go ahead and slow your sled to a stop with of course a bellowing honk from Blanca.
Sounds like a train going by.
Honk, honk, like just echoing like miles across in the distance. You glare, Blanca glares back, but there's that mutual understanding. Okay, if you're going to approach, go ahead and roll stealth checks. Okay, well, the natural
Sneaky, sneaky.
the natural 20 is enough for 2 successes. However, the 5 and the 8 are failures.
Perfectly balanced. That's all things should be.
Is Meepo joining in this, or are you resting, Meepo?
Meepo's resting.
Meepo's resting. In that case, actually, 2 successes, 2 failures. Actually, if half the party, actually, that's technically a success for a group stealth check. Technically, the natural 20 saved you. Yeah, as you begin to approach, you see a tiny little figure coming out from the what appears to be a doorway of some kind. It's very ramshackle. Like, this was clearly not made by anyone who is like an expert builder, like an expert like survivalist. Like, it literally looks like it was just piled up by children, but like shaped to look like an igloo. And you see this tiny little individual come out wearing a tiny, what looks to be like a mask made from a pine cone with a little etched symbol on the front. And it kind of like looks towards the sky and kind of raises long, spindly, white, snowy arms to the sky and just kind of wiggles itself and kind of like jumps up a little bit. And you see 2 more come out of the igloo, and they start throwing snowballs at each other with their tiny little hands. These creatures, judging from from the distance, they're probably no bigger than like a house cat, like probably like a little bit smaller. And they don't seem to be aware of your presence, but they are just kind of like having fun playing in the snow.
So about snap size.
Well, no, smaller than Skinnock. They are considered tiny.
Well, at least someone seems to be enjoying the Ice Maiden's bounty.
If you would like to, you can go ahead and roll either religion or nature checks for me to determine what these creatures are. Okay. A 10, 10, and 13. You may not know exactly what these creatures are, but you've heard of nature spirits that tend to dwell amongst the elements. These might be creatures that fit that description. But yes,
they don't seem dangerous.
Yeah, noticeably, they don't make any noise when they play. Everything they do is very silent, almost like it's like a very not quite. I think almost like vaudeville in like how it works. Like the only sounds they make is the steps along the snow, and even then they are very quiet. They seem to pantomime normal interactions like other creatures would, and they just seem to, like when they would laugh, their body kind of shakes up and down. They just it's simply noiseless, and they wander around and run. I mean, what's the thing? Nope. Yep. Still unaware of your presence. They are just blissfully unaware. What do you
Kind
do?
of tempted to throw a snowball as well. A little snowball.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say yeah. That wouldn't. I see your post in D&D reviews, Michael. You shush. Yes. I'd say no check required. You pack up a tiny little bit of snow, and you're just gonna throw it directly at them, or are you just gonna throw it to the side?
I'm gonna throw it in their general area. I'm not trying to hit them because
Okay.
honestly, any snowball I form could probably like topple one. But
Probably. Okay, so you go ahead and pack up freshly made snow, and you take aim, and you fire. And the snow drops right into the center of their little group, and they kind of like stop for a second, They start waving their arms up in the air and start like running around in circles, all panicked, seemingly in a moment of panic. But then they notice you. They look back at you, to where the snow dropped. Back at you, to where the snow dropped. And you can almost feel the gears turning in their heads as they contemplate what just occurred. And then they start, very quickly, gathering up snow, and they start throwing it at you. Very gently, of course. Each individual snowball is like pretty much like acorn size. It's very small. You just feel a slight tickle as each individual one hits your hits your skin. And they start jumping up and down.
Hawks will join in a little bit. He'll make a couple more little snowballs and lob them in their direction.
Which they definitely appreciate. Go ahead and roll a charisma check with advantage. For Hawks.
It's nothing.
13. Well, that's... I would not say that is a failure by any means. I need to double check something really quickly, though. Where is... You might know what I'm looking for. I'm trying to find it. Because they have a specific ability that you know very well. So forgive me, just one. Here we go. There we go. As you you kind of go with this back and forth while the rest of your awake party watches, and eventually, they actually start to run up to you and start forming a circle around you. And they all hold their arms hand in hand and start kind of doing like a ring around the rosy kind of like ceremony, little ritual around you. And you feel the snow around your feet start to fly upward gently in little snowdrifts. And you feel on your side a tiny little shard of ice begin to form on a tight little chain also made of ice. And you feel a power flow through you.
I don't think we're about to get eaten. I don't know. They seem pretty happy to me.
Indeed. And as you gain this power, you suddenly are flooded with this primordial knowledge. You gain a charm of Snowball Strike. This charm has 5 charges. I'll have to take out the time to write it out in chat. But this charm has 5 charges. As a bonus action, you can expend one of the charm's charges to create a magical snowball in your hand and throw it. You must have a free hand to hold the snowball, or the charge is wasted. The snowball is a magic ranged weapon with which you are proficient. Has a normal range of 20 feet and a long range of 60 feet, dealing 1d4 cold damage on a hit, and it scores a critical hit on a 19 or 20 if you roll. If you score a critical hit with the snowball, the target is blinded until the end of its next turn. The snowball vanishes immediately after you hit or miss with it, or at the end of your turn if you don't throw it. Once all its charges have been expended, this charm vanishes from you. I might just take a picture and post it in the chat, just so I don't need to type it all out.
Alright.
So that's a picture. I'm going to put this in general. There we go. So you can have that for reference. And they all kind of like wave back to you, and they all single file run back into their igloo, kind of peeking out at you every now and again.
That's seems pretty friendly of them. I mean, they're hiding kind of now. I was just thinking that it's been a while since we've seen someone having, like fun or happiness. It's been a pretty miserable place.
As you're
No,
contemplating
well-
that, oh, sorry. Go ahead, Caleb. Sorry.
There were those halfling children.
I guess that's true, but
As Canuck chimes in, "What is fun? Is that a southern thing?" But as you all are contemplating the dreariness of Icewind Dale, one of the spirits actually comes back and holds out a few berries.
oh, thank you for the text on that.
Ah, perfect. Thank you for typing that out. Sorry, now I just feel lazy.
I looked it up. And
Good.
just copy pasted.
Good job. Thank you for that. That's very helpful. Thank you.
Ta-da!
Excellent.
Source: other little dudes.
Little dudes we don't know about.
Exactly, because you don't know what they are, even though out
And
of character you do.
Meepo is like dozing off in the sled, so she doesn't even know this is going on.
Exactly. She would probably love this, but now she'll have to hear it secondhand.
Oh, thank you for the berries. Here, do I have anything at all that I could give in return? I'm going to go into my scroll case that's full of notes from my mentor, and I'm gonna see if I can find one that has the giant rune for snow or ice on it. And I'll take that page and I'll hand it over. I'll roll it up and hand it to the little fellow.
It kind of takes the you're just giving it the paper. Sorry, I'm just confirming in case I misunderstood.
No, yeah, I'm looking for a page that's maybe got a single rune on it that is representative of something sufficiently wintry, like ice or snow or.
Well, I mean,
okay.
all you have to do is find a page that has Ice Giant on it.
I guess that's true, and tear the rune and hand him the scrap.
All right. It kind of takes the scrap, kind of looks at it and looks at you, and it kind of puts it over its head as a hat.
And I will hand off the berries to my companions. Be like, well, it's not much of a meal, but it's it's a gift, and I think we should appreciate it.
Alright.
Okay. The other two creatures come out of the little hut, and they start kind of circling around their friend, who now has the piece of paper that it's wearing as a hat, and they all kind of look towards you and look back towards it. The other one kind of puts it over the others, and to see which one it fits better. They all start kind of at one point they all come together, and they start kind of they start jumping up and trying to use the piece of paper as a makeshift glider. You see them jump to try and find a high point that they jump off a little rock, and as they slowly and gently float down, and the others they make little clapping noises. But other than that, they leave you no mind unless you wish to interact with them further.
I'm kind of the mindset that they're off in their own little world at this point, and I should maybe consider leaving them be. I'm gonna munch the berry, though.
All right.
And like I said, I'll hand out the berries to the rest of the group.
All right. As you do so, you feel very full.
It's a good berry.
It is in fact a good berry.
That's a pretty good berry.
It's a good berry. It's a very good berry.
Yeah, we got
Not
a bush
cool.
that produces them for us.
Well,
You see the shrub kind of oh well, don't I feel redundant?
Hey, a gift is a gift, and I appreciate it either way.
Buck will eat his only after Hawks does.
Yeah, the shrub actually kind of perks up. I think I know what those are. They're called Schwingas. They're tiny little elemental spirits that live in nature around all of us.
Uh, they seem like pretty friendly little fellas.
They are, for the most part. Although it actually starts to shrink a little bit. The shrub. It's not as perfect as you might think. I heard tales that the rime is actually affecting some of them, making them angry and mad. As the balance of nature is upset, so too are the Schwingas. Thankfully, you came across ones that aren't affected, and thankfully, blissfully unaware. But who knows how long that may last? Poor things.
Just another reason to try and solve all these problems.
Yeah. That said, even the crazy ones, like, they're as harmless creatures by nature. Even if one did go mad, they can't really do anything to hurt you. They're mostly just like a little nuisance at that point. Like, throwing snowballs to blind you, stuff like that.
Well, let's
Were you gonna say something, Caleb?
No, I was not.
Just checking. In that case, what were you going to finish, Mike?
I was gonna say that we should probably let these things be to not disturb their balance more.
Very well. In that case, do you get back on the sled?
Yeah.
Very good. In that case, you make your way to Tourmaline. And at this point, the rest of the journey, thankfully, is unimpeded. However, Savage, you feel a stinging sensation on your back. One that you felt not even an hour or so ago. At first you thought it had went away, but now it has come back fiercer than ever. It's like this bad itch that you can't quite scratch. And not only that, it's cold as well. To be specific as to placement, it is like right between the shoulder blades, and because you're kind of buff, it's like you kind of reach back and you're like the way your muscles are, like it kind of blocks you from reaching it. Very annoying.
I'll wait until we're in an area where I won't freeze to death by pulling off my shirt.
A very fair assessment. That is the only other thing of note to occur as you make your way to Tourmaline. Oh, and my computer. There we go. As you enter the town, there is not a soul in sight, save for a few guards that were posted out front. And true to form, in Tourmaline, on the sacrificial night, there is not a light or fire to be in sight. For tonight is the sacrifice of warmth for Tourmaline, and everyone is cold.
Well, didn't say it was going to be a comfortable rescue, but here we are.
Are we there yet? Oh,
Yep.
didn't get much of a sleep, but feeling a little better.
The woman, Tevessa, is still very much asleep.
Oh yeah, the sacrifice of warmth. Are we supposed to have warm clothes when we're here? Or is that something they're not doing either? Or is it
Warm
just the
clothes
lights?
is fine. It's specifically anything that is like fire. So like lanterns, campfires. It's specifically fire. Like, so people like basically have to like rely on others to keep warm.
We've got some heavy winter blankets and stuff, so we could easily accommodate that. And honestly, we could probably at least get some shelter from the wind, if not the cold, heading into the mines too.
What's Lonelywood sacrificing?
Lonelywood. I might actually need to double check that. Give me a moment.
Cannabis.
No.
I think that was you.
Yeah.
Lonelywood. Apologies. Lonelywood specifically is that of food. So a day's catch worth of fish and other supplies are left out of town.
Interesting.
Yes. More often than not, and many have seen this, to be claimed by either a cragcat or any other creature of the tundra. So, as you get into town, what do you decide to do? Do you decide to head
Should
into
we go to the mine first?
Alright, that's one for the mines.
Yeah, might as well. Probably warmer than most of this place.
Very well. So, you head down to the mines. And, it seems, as you go down there is evidence that there have been humans, or rather humanoids, in the area recently. So you see many sets of footprints, and many other different kinds of tools and other items have been replaced from what was probably taken as the mine was abandoned. And you see evidence of like there have been, the mine probably is being put back to work essentially. However, currently there was no one around, save for one individual who you would recognize. You actually see. You actually see Scorp, actually. One of the kobolds standing outside, keeping watch. Oh! Oh, hello there!
How's it going?
Oh, it's going. Gotta say, you guys helping us. It's helped the whole tribe out a lot. Ever since you got us, you got us in with the town, for work. We've been doing a lot better. They actually, at first they kind of made fun of us and they kind of teased us, but we're slowly proving ourselves, and we are slowly but surely making ourselves respected members of the community. Hopefully.
Hey, there you
What?
go.
That's what I like to hear.
Yeah, it's been going real well. We still we do actually sleep here. That is an arrangement that we had because we were making our dens deep in the mine. But that's part of the deal that we had. So yeah, I'm keeping watch just in case any other animal or whatever comes into the mine. So I'm doing two jobs at once. Keeping our tribe safe and keeping the mine safe. And he kind of folds his arms and looking up with great pride.
Good job, Scorp.
Yeah, I am
Uh,
doing a good job.
Have
Yeah.
there been any more of those weird things from down below?
Oh, thank goodness no. Yeah, we've been keeping a close eye on that. Um, we blocked up any weird holes that we saw that might have like had something come out of them. We become very paranoid as a result, and I think we're better off for it.
Fair
Uh-huh.
enough.
It really is out to get us, this world.
Oh yeah, especially anything coming out of the Underdark. I mean, that is just like a hell's hole right there. Like just straight down to the bottom of like Sucksville. Like awful, just absolutely bad. But anyway, what are you guys doing here? I mean, you just need a place to rest.
That and we brought a refugee.
Oh. Oh, I mean, how bad for them? Oh, well, man, you guys are really nice. Like, I've never met kobolds as nice as you. At least, not for well, except for my tribe. We like ourselves a lot, but like, ah, man, you guys are cool.
Well,
Yeah, we are.
Oh, sorry. He kind of like, sorry, I didn't mean to embarrass. Sorry. Yeah, you come on in, come on in, and he kind of like waves you all in. Yeah, you can clearly see he has a great admiration for all of you.
I'm glad we were able to make a difference here.
You are the coolest kobold, Skanuk. You are. So, you make your way down into the dens. And the rest of the kobolds are... Some of them are sleeping. Some of them are still up, taking shifts. You're quite familiar with this. Kobolds, living underground, don't have the same sense of night and day that most topsiders do. They basically just work until they're tired and basically just sleep in shifts. For the most part. So this is nothing new to all of you. But you are all given places to rest. It's not quite comfortable for Tevessa, but she is out basically. So even if she could complain, she can't. She is completely tuckered out. But yes, you are all given a place to sleep, and as you do. Let me roll something really quickly. Now I need to check something again. Specifically my own notes. Hey, Skanuk.
Yeah.
How you doing, buddy?
Good. Concerned, that's fuzz.
As you dream.
I don't know.
It's a very familiar situation. You're wandering through the frigid tundras of the Dale, lost and alone. The blizzard howls around you, blurring your vision. You wander around blindly. But eventually, as you are afraid that you'll become too exhausted to carry on, the wind begins to die down. And the light above you begins to shine with that brilliant aurora that you're so accustomed to seeing above the Dale. But it's different this time. Whereas as usual it would glow with blues and greens and violets, it instead is glowing with this iridescent red and blue.
and then it begins to coalesce in the sky.
Oh, that's probably not good.
As it does so, you begin to see shapes in the aurora. They're familiar to you. They're your companions. You see yourself, Savage, Meepo, and Hawks. But something's wrong. Yuskanuk, your form shifts a little. Specifically as it's looking towards the side. And you see a familiar visage, that of the winter wolf that you had slain. A battle begins to splay out amongst the aurora. And the wolf is slain, as it was slain the previous night. And as it is, the words it uttered ring in your ears, blocking out all other sound. And your own voice begins to come out, pleading, not me. And there was an energy that emitted from the wolf as it perished, flinging towards you. But as you begin to say, please, not me, it instead goes from you to Savage. And you see the image of Savage. As its back is turned, you see what appears to be a glowing mark. Glowing violet against a stark contrast against the red and blue. Against his back, that of a snowflake. As Savage begins to crumble and falter, he falls to the ground. And as all your companions try and go around to save him, you see other shapes appear in the aurora. Hooded figures with a glowing light emanating from the faces, all beginning to surround Savage. As you try and stop them, they cut each and all of your party members down until there is no one left. And the vision begins to fade. And the aurora shatters in the sky and drops down onto the snow as droplets, turning the snow crimson as blood. And you awaken.
Alright, there's got to be something wrong with those good berries. Denial intensifies.
I see. But, yeah, all of you awaken. No worse for wear.
Well, that was a good rest. I'm ready to, I think there was some mention of a curse last night from that big old wolf.
Yeah.
So I spent the night, during the times that I was awake, praying and changing some of the spells I had prepared. And so if you think you're cursed, go on and step on up, and I will try to remove the curse for you.
I don't know. Is anyone Has anyone noticed anything weird since then?
I think I've been fine.
Yeah, I mean, Savage, I thought you were the one who, got the killing blow on it, weren't you?
Right, who are you
Yeah,
talking
but
to?
if a wolf could curse me, man, would I have a lot of curses. I'm not worried about it.
I don't think it was really a wolf, though. It's like a weird special wolf.
Right, it was talking.
But we killed it.
Good point. But it cursed you before you killed it.
But it's dead. Not my
I don't
problem.
know if like it cursed you or if it like asked something else to curse you for it.
That's a good point. We are dealing with a deity. And not a nice one either.
Yeah, I really don't like the idea of calling her one, considering all the crap she's making everyone put up with. But I guess technically she is.
Yeah. All those technicalities are kind of weird.
As you all have your conversation, you see Tavessa begin to stir. She slowly gets up. Kind of like... It seems like for her, it truly hasn't settled in yet, her situation. As she just begins, her eyes just kind of widen as she observes her surroundings. And she's not panicking, but she is very anxious right now. Michael, I don't hate you for your reference, but you're on the list, bucko.
Right, Scorp, could you get some food? You got like a little morsel here or there?
Yeah, as the other couple other kobolds begin to rise from their stations, he kind of gets a what? Oh, yeah. I mean, you want food? Yeah, sure, we can get food. Hope you're okay
Right,
with
just a little bit.
Hope you're okay with bugs, ma'am, and rats.
Right, you got any people food that the miners left down here?
I mean, I'll look. He kind of gives like a reassuring nod.
Don't worry about it. I got some moose rations still.
And there's always good berries.
You can hear a genuine exhalation of relief coming from Tavessa.
Right, sorry about that.
No, you have nothing to be sorry for. She kind of looks down. Thank you. I didn't think anyone would save me, but you came when I thought no one else would. I thought I was going to die. What were you going? Please speak.
Yeah, we can't let that happen. I mean, we can only be in so many places at once, but, I think it, goes against our outlook.
Amen.
You are very kind, all of you. But I fear your kindness may lead to your downfall. She kind of like she kind of like looks towards the ground. I was chosen to be the sacrifice for the Frost Maiden. That wolf was out there looking for me. I know it. That was a sign that I was to be killed. And if I'm still alive... She kind of puts her head in her hands. Either I will be hunted, or you will.
Well, going from what that fairy said, I think it's probably us. So don't worry about that.
Right, and we can handle things coming after us. We've dealt with some things that are a little bit scarier than that big old wolf.
I don't doubt it. You fought so brilliantly, and she actually kind of looks away ashamedly. I didn't know kobolds could be so strong. I'm sorry, that must sound terrible. I'm sorry.
Well, we've got to survive somehow.
Yes. We all must try and survive in our own way. But now that I'm here, what do I do now? I can't return home.
We've got someone in the town that we're going to speak to about potentially sheltering you. Or seeing
Right.
if we can get you some shelter.
You got any skills?
Experience, perhaps?
Well, I'm quite good at sewing. I'm a good cook, but those are mostly just hobbies. I actually consider myself very skilled scrimshaw, actually.
Alright, we'll see what we can do. We'll try to find some place for you in town where you can be helpful and where somebody will keep you. I'm sure they could use a cook or two, and scrimshaw doesn't hurt anyone. I'm actually got this fine piece here, and I hand her the scrimshaw pen I have.
Oh, that's not bad work. I think I can make similar quality to that. I think, yes.
Right. So we'll talk to our friend up top and let him know what's going on, and you just relax down here, and most of these kobolds are very nice. Just be careful around the one with the pointy stick.
The what?
Right. There's one that's a little bit of a
Let's say questionable
oddball.
kobold.
She kind of starts
But
looking around and kind
you
of like
just-
she actually kind of like
just
backs
give
backs
this
up in the
piece.
hole that she's in, like the little because each individual kobold has
What's
their
his
own
name?
kind of tunnel.
What's the violent one's name?
Oh, Greg.
Greg. His name's Greg, and I'm gonna point him out. That's the one you just gotta worry about. The rest of them are fine. And they keep an eye on Greg.
You just kind of look to the side, like, oh, that one's Greg, and you just see Greg standing in the corner, sharpening a shiv.
Zark, could you take that from Greg after he's done sharpening it?
I'm
So that-
watching him. Don't worry.
All right.
Yeah, don't worry. These guys are good at keeping an eye on Greg. I'd honestly be more worried about the drops, but as long as you don't leave this room without someone with you, you're probably fine.
Go ahead and make an intimidation check with advantage, Savage.
Intimidation against Greg.
18. He takes one look at you, and just runs away. Dropping the shiv, which another kobold just yoinks and like kind of tucks it away somewhere where Greg can't find it. Who gives you a thumbs up in return?
Right. See, they've got him under control.
He does relax a little bit after that. Again. She actually kind of chuckles. I never expected this would happen to me one day. I'm sorry, this has all happened so fast.
Well, once all this is over, we'll get you back home, and you can tell your family all about it.
Thank you. And she kind of smiles at you, but then suddenly, she actually flinches back in pain. She grasps her forehead. And at the exact same time that that happens, Savage, you feel a similar twinge in your brain, which is very
I'm going
familiar
to cast
to you.
remove curse on her.
Which is very familiar to you, Savage, as you have felt this once before. Or perhaps multiple times before. A message in deep speech. Mayday. Mayday. Id Ascendant has fallen. Requesting assistance. Need psi crystals for repair. Please congregate at coordinates, and then gives you essentially a bunch of numbers in deep speech and a location pinging in the same direction you had felt before, but triangulated towards the spine of the world to the south, the large mountain chain that separates the Dale from the southern continent. As Tevessa kind of cries out, actually, you cast Remove Curse on her, Meepo, to no effect. As she kind of like holds her head in her hands, and at the exact moment that the message ends for you, Savage, she lets go of her head and starts panting. Damn it, not again.
Telepathically, I'm gonna ask her if she's picked up
Again?
any weird jewel.
Jules? No, She actually looks away for a moment. I've always been sensitive. My family has often dabbled in things pertaining to the occult or superstitious. But recently, for the past couple months, every so often I have this pain in my head, and this strange language comes into my head, and I have no idea what it means. I've met a few people in town who've also heard this signal, but no one can explain what it is. The only thing that we know is that it's constant. It just doesn't. It goes away for a while, but then at a random moment it'll pick up again. I'm fine. I'm fine now, though. The pain only lasts for as long as it happens.
I see.
Is she saying that out loud or telepathically to Savage?
She says the first part telepathically, but then she kind of like looks at the rest of you and actually starts speaking out aloud in common.
Okay.
My apologies for not making that clear.
We're in the business of problem solving. And it sounds like you got a problem, so we'll try to solve them. That rhyme worked a lot better in my head.
No. It was wonderful. It was an excellent try. Not everyone is good at everything. You know, my son, he likes to think that he's very good at ice skating, but he falls several times every time he tries. You know, don't worry, it's never good the first time. You'll get the hang of it. And she just kind of pats reassuringly on your shoulder, like a mother, like a knowing mother.
Okay then.
He's right. Practice makes perfect. Maybe someday you could be a bard too.
I don't think that's on my list of goals.
That's all right.
I want to be the one the bards are singing about.
Good point. Maybe we could find a kobold
Well.
bard somewhere. Write some songs about you.
Anywho.
Somewhere in the distance, a kobold bard plays. And then sneezes.
Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
That's the only song he knows.
Watch as I play Dragon Force and just shreds the loot.
Well, anywho, it sounds like at this point we've got two possible directions that we were thinking of going, right? Either heading up to Kelvin's cairn or wherever this talking in your head is directing us, right?
Yes, I don't know where it's... I don't know where it comes from. I just know that it happens. I don't know where you would need to go to stop this, but if you can find anything out about this at all, I would be very grateful. Well, I would be twice in your debt.
Man.
Well, how do we want to handle this then? Let's find you a place to stay first, and then we'll go from there.
Thank you. And she kind of nods and just kind of... She just kind of sits there as like a bunch of kobolds bring her a bunch of like rat meat, and then they see that you've already given them the moose rations. Is like, gosh darn it! All right, well, more for us. They just start eating
Yeah.
it.
Sorry, did say.
Now,
Must have been too late.
now it's fine. More for us.
Yeah.
Just kind of tosses you one.
Ooh,
Hey,
rats.
yeah, you got one ration's worth of rat meat.
The finest of cuisine.
Indeed. So, in that case, I assume you go up topside, and I will ask you, who do you wish to seek out to assist Tuvessa?
I think the halfling woman. She was the speaker,
Oh,
or was
no,
she not?
the halfling woman, that's in Lonelywood.
Was
Wasn't
it?
he like a
It was.
speaker here?
The speaker here is Ortis Matthew. He is
Right.
He is the half.
I'm getting my northern villages confused.
But we are pretty close to Lonelywood anyway if we're in Tourmaline.
Indeed, only a couple hours away. Not very far at all.
And she would be a pretty good go-to. Yeah, I second the halfling lady.
Going to Lonelywood. So we'll take a little ride out there and have you speak to someone who we've got a good trust in.
But there is one problem I have with going to Lonelywood. In Lonelywood, they're giving up food, and having an extra mouth to feed might make it a little difficult for them. But here, they're giving up heat, and having an extra body might be helpful for them.
That's true. Also, someone who's good at sewing. You know, getting together that warm clothing.
We can talk. We can talk to the halfling if we go up to Lonelywood and see what they think, and then come back down to Tourmaline sometime and see if you want to move up there. If that's okay. But for now, let's leave you in Tourmaline, and we'll do our business in this area, and then check in on you when we can.
That's very prudent, Meepo.
Yep, sounds good to me.
All right, whatever you feel is best.
I do want to go back and see that family, make sure they're all right. I'm worried about the animals that have been attacking the town.
As Savage protests, but cookies.
Well, we can always go back to the cookies once we've dealt with Ravison.
Right.
Me to the direction where she is, I'm gonna smack her. Gotta get them cookies.
Note to self: if you want Savage to do something, offer cookies. Got it.
I'm just thinking of that one. I don't know if it's a commercial or like a web thing, where it's like that cookie spread. And like it's made out of fucking cookies, and it's just I just can't help but like have that in my head as this is going on. Because all I know is that it devolved into this weird psychedelic
horror
That's
thing.
definitely a web thing and not a commercial.
Yeah, you're probably right. Anyway, so in that case, go for the plan again, just so I have it set.
Right. For now, we're going to go up above the mine.
Can I get
Mine.
a bagel?
Find the
And a
speaker.
bagel with peanut butter sounds so hot right now.
Oh, you did find
You
it.
found it.
Okay, so you knew what I was talking about.
Either that or he just used what you said to search and found it.
Fair enough.
But
Yes, go ahead.
we were going to go talk to the speaker of Tourmaline, see what he has to offer here, see if she'll be helpful, and then I guess report back to her really quick.
Okay, in that case, you are more than welcome to do so. I will say, for the sake of brevity, you quickly, well, I will say, do you go into disguise first, of course? Just
Initiate stack.
This is the town where there are kobolds involved in the town already, and they've seen us in town. So do we need to
Have
stack?
they?
I don't think they've actually seen you unstacked. The townspeople, the kobolds have, but not the townspeople.
The speaker has too.
The speaker.
Yeah, the
Right.
speaker has. But do you think it would be necessary to stack here? I mean, we can, either way, but I would be the head in this town, if so.
I think if we were going to anyone other than the speaker, we should consider it. But since we are going to the speaker, I don't think it's necessary.
Right. The only other person I know who's in this town is that little boy. But we never really met him or talked to him. We could have skirted
Indeed.
around this town last time. And we're not planning on staying in the town, so
Yeah, alright.
All right. In that case, you head towards the speaker then, in your normal forms.
Okay.
Very good. In that case, as you're wandering through the streets, you see that same boy, interestingly enough, who is crying out the latest news throughout the town. And he says, latest news in the Dale. Lonelywood beset on all sides by animals. Murders by animals daily.
That's it. We're gonna go save Cookie Lady.
It is our time.
Yeah, as soon as possible. Like, right stinking now.
right. First, we've got to make sure that the speaker here knows about our friend in the mines, and then we're gonna go. We're not even gonna have to check in with her. We'll let him know and leave a message with him.
Alrighty, so for the sake of brevity, you do meet with the speaker, who is more than eager, because you have helped the town so much, more than eager to meet with this individual, because as someone who has saved the livelihood of his village with the mine, he views you very favorably.
And she's got some skills that might be helpful somewhere. I don't know where you could use her, but she can sew and she can cook, and she's good with scrimshaw.
And we can always use more scrimshaws and Tourmaline. More than happy to meet this individual. She's a friend of yours, she'll be a friend of mine.
All right. Well, we've got to go to Lonelywood and take care of some business, and we'll see you as soon as we get back.
Lonelywood. If you go up there, be careful. I've been hearing terrible things have been happening up there of late.
That's our business.
Well,
We've got some violence to commit.
hopefully it's against the animals, and you teach them what for. I've heard terrible things. Rabid creatures coming out from the woods. Awful business. Go on, get them. Save some more people, like I know you will. This Dale needs more heroes like you. And you do. You set out across.
And my axe.
And my Eldritch Cannon. I mean, what? And my Eldath. It's alright, sorry.
Or
Anyway.
ankles.
Uh,
Now, did we get a long rest at any point?
oh, yes, you would have gotten a long rest by resting in the cave. Yeah, you would have.
Right, yes, of course.
Everything would have reset.
Forgot the cave.
Alright. So, eventually, you do reach the town of Tourmaline. It is a very bleak sight. Well, before I get into describing the state of the town, Savage, go ahead and make a charisma saving throw for me. That itching sensation doesn't go away completely, but it does significantly lessen.
Okay.
You still feel like something's off, but that's fine. Probably.
Yeah, it'll be okay.
So, back to the town. The town of Lonelywood is a vision of bleakness. You see a pile of bodies currently being burned on a pyre. You see stretchers currently heading towards different buildings, people shouting. You would be stacked, yes. I believe Savage was the head for this town last.
Yes, I was.
Indeed. And as you walk through the town, a lot of people actually notice you. And actually, they go directly towards you. Some of them get on their knees. Please, please help us again. Please, please. And they all start kind of like reaching up for you.
That's what I'm here for. Yep. To help you guys.
They all like give their greatest thanks. And they kind of make way for you to wherever you wish to go into town. But this is a cycle that repeats itself of people throwing themselves at your feet, begging for help. In that case, I assume you stop at Speaker Nimsy Huddle's abode.
First stop.
First stop. Excellent. So you make your way to her house, and a not quite a noticeable crowd kind of begins to come around you, but like people do kind of take notice of you, and like for those of them that have not prostrated themselves before you, are keeping a distance and kind of just stare at you in like a longing way, like just hoping for anything really. And you knock on the door, and a very disheveled looking Nimsy looks up at you. Oh, praise the heavens, you're back. Come on in, come on in.
Good to see you're safe.
Unfortunately, a lot of people aren't so lucky. You can see there is genuine pain in her eyes.
Yeah, I saw that walking in.
Whatever happened before with the moose has just gotten worse. Now all different kinds of animals are coming up from the woods and just attacking us in the night. Attacking anyone who they come across. I've had to instill a curfew for anyone
to not stay out after dark. Which few do, but even some of my guards, I have to keep them safe too. Otherwise they get overwhelmed by the sheer numbers.
How many are we talking? Savage, ask how many we're talking about here. Please.
How many are we talking about?
We're talking whole packs of wolves, few bears, and I swear, even a saber-toothed tiger with fur crimson red. All manner.
They seem to be moving kind of like they're following a particular creature, or are they all just kind of spread out?
As far as I can tell, spread out, but the tiger, it's like the moose was. It's intelligent. It's different in some way. It attacks the weakest, and when we think we've got it cornered, it runs out of our reach. And what's more, it's like it has this strange power about it. It's definitely no ordinary animal. Not only is it smart, I swear the cold around it just seems to grow fiercer. I'm sorry, where are my manners? Have a cookie, darling. And she kind of just plops it in your hand. Unfortunately,
Okay.
it seems the craftsmanship of these cookies is... The quality is slightly different, but the taste is just as good.
No, 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 no.
Chomp it down.
Okay.
If there's any help you can provide for us again. If you have any requests of us, we'll try and fulfill them best as we can. In fact, there's an abandoned shed we've been using for storing wood. We can clear that out for you and have it be a little wee home for you if you like.
It should work fine. As for a request, I'd probably say that, this evening, everyone be locked up. Windows closed, doors closed.
Aye.
No one is to open their doors at any point in time the whole night.
Aye, that can be managed. There's already a curfew in place, but I'll institute a few more restrictions.
Is that so that we can run around freely without getting seen?
Oh yeah.
Alright, it shall be done. She kind of stands up. If you're going to do something, I wish you all the blessings I can muster upon you. Just be safe. I don't want any more deaths to happen. Perhaps that's naive of me, but I'm just so hopeful. Any little ray of luck we can get, I need it. But I have faith in you. You've helped us once before. I know that you'll help us again. And you'll triumph. Because you're right damn heroes, all of you. Or, sorry, that came, sorry. You're right damn hero, you are.
I was about to say, like,
Sorry,
we've
that
been
was
He
a
knows.
mistake as the DM. That is my fault. I apologize. And she kind of gives you a pat on the head. Here, for the trip. She gives you a whole bag full of gingerbread cookies. Enough for 3 days worth, well, not technically rations, but they're supplement enough. She gives you enough to qualify as a couple rations, essentially.
I don't know. I could probably survive off cookies for a few days.
You could, but the cavities. Okay.
How much time do we have for evening?
Oh, for evening, it's actually still pretty early in the morning. I'd say time-wise, it's most likely around, I'd say, 11 o'clock in the morning. You have a lot of time before nightfall.
Perfect. So, one thing I'm gonna have us do, everyone who can needs to go get some branches, some sticks from the tree line as much as possible. We're gonna start making makeshift spears and have them surround the perimeter of the town.
All right. I think she kind of nods. We have a little bit of excess wood. I think we can give up a few for a little bit of extra protection around the front towards the woods.
Once they're done with it, they can use it to burn things.
Anything else?
I'll let you know here in a little bit.
Very good. If you have any more requests, you know where to find me. She kind of pats you on the leg. Or the leg would be, at least. Because you
On
are
Hawks.
very heavily padded.
Hawks' head.
Exactly, Hawks' head. Or rather, his shoulder, rather. So, you exit out of her home. And what do you decide to do next?
Well, guys,
Let's see.
We've got to get ready for a real brawl, huh?
oh wait, yeah.
Alright, so what would you like to do as a bit of extra preparation?
I've already cast Aid on myself, Skanuk Hawks, which lasts for 8 hours. It's evening time, right?
No,
we
it is
travel.
still very early in the morning. Well, not early in the morning, like 11, like almost noon, 11 o'clock.
What time
Maybe-
do they normally come into town?
Towards evening.
Evening, not night.
Yes, evening.
So 8 hours should still be good.
Yeah, it's kind of pushing the boundary, but yeah.
Okay, well I'll wait a
Maybe we
couple
can-
hours then and do it
yeah.
in a couple hours.
Right, fair enough. Just double checking. Alright, anything else?
Is there any possible chance of... Wait, is my longsword still +1?
No, that was switched out for an alchemy jug, I believe.
Right.
But because I've got an arcane firearm now, I can actually free up that infusion. So I can make it +1 if you would like.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and do that real quick.
Excellent. More than enough time to do that.
Are we in the woodshed doing this? Doing all our little preparation stuff?
You would actually. They would have. They would have actually taken a little bit of the wood out to begin preparations for like putting stakes.
The spears and stuff?
Yeah, spears and stakes out around the perimeter near the woods.
Yep.
So you would have had a little bit of space to free up and do that. Every time peeking out a bit to make sure no one comes in when if you decide to unstack during that time.
Trying to think. Obviously, I don't have proficiency with alchemist supplies, but is there any chance I could scrap together enough stuff to make a potion of healing with my herbalism kit in this time? At least get another potion in our hands?
Normally that would take a bit longer, but if you wanted to do a rush job, I would let you make an intelligence check.
Do you have herbalism kit? I think you do, right? You do?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so in that case, if you want to do a rush job to do it, make an intelligence check.
Intelligence with the proficiency? The
Oh yes,
herbalism?
with proficiency, because you are proficient. 19. Okay. With that, you're able, with the pressing of time, you are able to create a potion of healing.
I am using ceremony as a ritual in order to make holy water.
Okay. You do so.
You know, my mentor taught me a thing or two about potions of healing. And I think, oh, look at that, how fortuitous.
Alright. Apologies if I'm a
Fortuitous
quiet.
indeed.
I'm preparing stuff on the side. What were we going to say, Michael? I'm sorry.
Nothing.
That? Oh, okay.
Fortuitous indeed. Nothing important.
All right.
I wish artificers could do more as like prep work stuff.
Hey, making a bagel?
I heard that.
Somebody's making a bagel.
Watching videos during session time? How could you do this to me? Sorry, I'm just... Ignore me, I'm a bit spicy today for some reason. I made a weird quip
It's
to
a spicy day.
Yeah, I made a weird quip to Mike earlier. I'm just... there we go. I think, yeah, that'll work. I've tried to find tokens that kind of resembled stakes.
Palisades?
Yeah, but kind of like a palisade. I mean, they're not able to do like a full palisade, but they're
Right.
You know, it's like
Makeshift
that.
one.
It's like those makeshift ones that are like in Skyrim, where it's like the
Spiked bird.
Yeah,
Spiked bird you can use. Yeah. Hank traps, but there are no tanks.
Exactly.
Um,
It's gonna look kind of ugly, but it'll work.
how many paths into the town does their work leave?
There was only one road to the south. However, you know that because they're coming from the woods, essentially the entire east part of the town is basically free game for the animals to come in. All right. So in that case, what else are you doing as you pass time for until the night?
Do we have any specific plans we want to discuss before we actually go and do this? For instance, supposing a whole bunch of them come in from different directions, is there any way we want to prevent that? Anything we want to do?
Well, maybe we could use some of the barricades to make a sort of like to sort of channel them, and so they're all coming from one direction, and then I can have a flamethrower there.
That was kind of my idea, was having a funnel system.
Do we want to focus on the ones that look like they're scarier, or focus on getting rid of the little ones so there's fewer of them?
I feel like the big ones are probably the ones that need to die more.
Right.
I mean, if you have the opportunity to kill one or the other, if you have the opportunity to kill one and it's not a big one, take the opportunity.
Yeah.
Just eliminate all hostiles.
Right. Do we know whether Ravisson's even near here, or if Ravisson's just sending them off?
If he's hanging out in her cave still, if he's near.
Yeah, I mean, if it's anything like we had, like the last time, she's probably just made a bunch of them awake and then have them do their thing. Druids, man. Lazy assholes.
I wouldn't say they're all like that. I've known some druids that are friendly and helpful. In fact, there are druids who follow the way of Eldath, in fact.
You hear a "Ah" behind you, Savage, as you ask, "Where's Sinar?"
Ah, there you are.
He waves.
He
You're
is
so
kind of
quiet.
stealthy occasionally.
Yes, surprisingly, he is quite silent, as his footsteps are masked by the snow.
And the cloth wraps.
Indeed.
Right, Sinar, your job is to protect people in the town from anything that might attack us. Any of those animals that are attacking, you can go ahead and get rid of.
Kind of thinks for a minute. Gives a thumbs up. Ah.
What you thinking, Sonar?
He kind of turns towards you, and interestingly enough, he puts a finger to his head and looks at you.
Initiate telepathy.
It's not what it actually sounds like, but never mind. The connection is made between the two of you. It is difficult to put into words. I am afraid for you, my liberators. But I believe in you.
All I need to hear.
I will do as you command. I will protect these villagers with the remaining essence of my form. I wish you luck, my liberators and friends. And Sinar, kind of following Meepo's advice, goes off into the town. And just kind of waits. He's not going very far from you at the moment, but he is on standby essentially.
I basically gave him full permission to be involved in the fight.
Fair enough.
Perform shenanigans as needed.
Indeed.
Because we do probably need a lot of what do you call it? Action economy. Because there's going to be a bunch of them versus a few of us, so
Indeed.
adding Sinar will surely help us.
You hear a honk as
I'm not going to stop that thing or make it do anything. It will probably just immediately join the fray on its own. So I have nothing to say to you.
its bloodlust is assured. What about me? I don't want anything to do with this. Ravison is probably aware of my defection and will probably want to break my branches.
Stay in the shed.
Thank you. And he just skitter. Oh, before I forget, he tosses you some of the berries from his branches. You get 3 berries. 3 good berries.
Me or each?
Gives it to you, but to pass out amongst as you see fit.
Let's see. Let's give one to Hawks, one to Ganuk, and one to Savage, because I can use healing if somebody needs to be healed from death. But if I'm out, then my having a berry is not going to help. Somebody else having the berry would help that more, because they'd just be able to take it, give it to me.
This is true.
Fair enough.
Although Hawks does have the potion, but just the extra thing is helpful.
Or
Alright. Perfect. So, Kobold companions, are you ready to begin the defense of Lonelywood?
At this point, I would cast Aid, as I was saying earlier.
You did. Okay. I would have counted that. So yes, go ahead
Yeah,
and cast.
I'm just
Aid.
saying now so that it's been established that this is when.
No, of course. Very good. Very good to reiterate. So how many is that? Three creatures at this level, right?
Yes, it's 3 creatures total the whole way through. It doesn't increase.
Oh, right, because it's just the hit points that increase, right?
The hit points increase.
I know Aid. I've cast it before.
Yeah, that's the one downside to it. It doesn't increase creatures' number.
Yeah, that is the one downside.
If there was something like Greater Aid, Greater Aid.
All right.
Sorry.
No,
nice to hear.
no. I thought that was actually kind of funny. I that wasn't a knock on you. I just.
It's gonna invent it.
Yeah.
Please do.
Greater aid.
It just does 6 people and does the same 5 and same rate and everything. It's just twice as many.
You have to drink it.
And you have to drink it. It makes a potion that does it.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Alright.
It occurs to me
Potion
that
of Greater Aid.
Ganuk could be mistaken for Anna from Overwatch.
You know?
So that's also Torbjorn somehow. Alchemist would have been fun.
I need a specific token. There it is.
How long does the cannon last?
An hour. Full hour of cannon.
So you might have a chance to actually set it up. Pre-set
Yeah.
it up.
Planning to have it be like the front line as a flamethrower.
Indeed.
What is the... I mean, there's one that's like, gives everyone temporary hit points around it, but that just seems like...
It's good if you're like boxed in a corner.
It seems less violent than Skunk would do.
True.
it's
You
true.
know,
Not
that's fair.
Skunk demo.
That's fair. So let me, in that case, let me move you to a map then. I had
Because kindness is out of character.
All right, let me move it on stream so that I have a good angle on it. Oof, that's not. Zoom out a little bit on that.
Ooh, complete with wooden barricades as well.
Indeed, it's not as. Keep in mind the barricades aren't probably as thick as the picture suggests, since they are hastily kind of made.
Yeah, of course.
But that's
Something.
that's the basic area of where they are.
Are these something that we could perhaps move a bit as we're getting set up?
Yeah. If you want to move them, you certainly can. Just give me 1 second before let me move it just a bit. I'm trying to get the right angle. Yeah, perfect. Okay, that's a good angle. All right, switching. But I really do need to invest in a second mouse, but that's whatever. Okay, so in that case, which ones would you like to move then?
I was thinking moving this one up this way just a little bit by
Okay.
5 feet, maybe. Just so that there's like a clear. Hey, look, there's a gap there, so we can turn that.
Okay, so you can
stuff
funnel it. Right, okay. Gotcha. Very well. Very well. There we go. Need to make sure that. Keep an eye on the street.
And I'm assuming back here is just more town.
Yeah, just back there it's basically to the left is essentially where it goes to the rest of the town and then the docks eventually. To the right would be where the forest would be the town.
So, yes, is it alright if I... So are we like, the time is approaching?
The
Go
time
ahead
is
and put down the
approaching.
cannon. Go ahead and put down the cannon. Okay.
Alright, put down that cannon, yo.
Cannon.
What?
I need
Firing my laser.
I need some good music for this one. I need
Smoke himself is going to scurry on top of a building like the rat coward he is.
That's funny because you're a coward who hates rats.
Is this true?
Okay. Alrighty. As the evening approaches, the wind begins to pick up speed. What are you saying?
I think you've got a little bit of an echo.
Oh.
That's what you're hearing.
Where am I coming in from? Is it an echo on my end or someone else's end?
I don't know.
I'm not hearing it currently.
I'm not hearing it.
Huh.
I should be pushed to talk, so I don't know.
Okay, well, if it happens again, just let me know. Okay, in that case, as the evening approaches, the wind begins to pick up, and the snow begins to gently fall. And then it begins to fall a little bit harder. Not enough to block vision, but enough to set the mood. As howls begin to echo out in the woods. The thrashing and snarling and gnashing of teeth draw ever closer and closer until you see eyes in the woods converging on your location. Indeed. I am going to have you all roll initiative.
When we first saw the eyes, I would do the emboldening bond.
Sure, that's fine. I'll let you get that in.
Because I was kind of waiting for it to get close enough where the 10 minutes was going to be at least lapping definitely into the...
Yeah, no, that's fine. I would have had that be like the same thing as like, the
Right.
the Eldritch Cannon being placed. Yeah, so that's fine.
Yeah. Okay. So let me click my token.
Also, I would say this: if you guys wanted to be placed, like you wanted to move anywhere in the current map, you can adjust your movement how you wish, your current position. Yeah. Let me bring Muerte up yonder. There she is, and Sonar.
And Sonar needs to be way closer because he's got no movement.
Yeah, so
he
do you
needs
want
to be in
him
front
like
of me.
want him like right
Right
there,
there, that's
or
good, yeah.
Okay, perfect. Just so I cleared it out.
Sonar and the cannon in the back, like with their 15-foot movement speeds.
Well, the cannon doesn't need to be anywhere near it necessarily because it's got a cone.
Actually, since you're all pretty close, let me zoom
right?
in a little bit
For its flamethrower.
Yeah.
But Sonar has to literally walk up to something and touch it.
Yeah.
There we go.
So
I
he does need to be
imagine
close.
Sonar being closer to the group of buildings so that he would be closer to creatures that would be going at doors and windows.
That's a
instead
good
of having
point.
to run after them.
Right. So maybe back where Meepo was standing right here. Or over here on this side.
Alright, so let's say he goes right there.
Like here.
Right there? Alright.
That way he's equal distance to the first 3 buildings.
Yeah.
Fair
If
enough.
something goes past us or goes around us.
These beasts are going to be, what?
Fast and
3 times faster than he is?
Good boy, Sonar. That's 17 initiative. My boy.
Did I roll? I did.
Speed boy.
Despite the -1.
Sonar doesn't care about -1s.
Apparently not. So, let's bring up a
Looks
little
like
bit
it
of
turned out pretty
music.
good.
How about this one?
My proficiency modifier 3.
Hang on,
So I can
don't
only
think
use
that's
emboldening
playing.
bond on 3. I'm gonna use emboldening bond on Fox and Savage and Skanak.
I don't think so.
Not that one. Hang on. 1 second, trying to find the right one.
So the 3 attackers all have emboldening bond on them.
Excellent.
Come over. What? Just come over.
Sure. Kind of goofy that we're sitting.
A little bit quieter. There we go. Alright, so. The first creatures to emerge from the woods. You see 5 wolves emerge from the tree line. And they will enter initiative. One, two, three, 4. Alright. Let me get them onto the tracker, just a moment.
Oh no, it's the wolves of Willoughby Chase.
Okay, 13 for them.
Really cool for us again.
Alright,
I
so.
should have held an action to throw a javelin.
Alright. In that case, Canuck, you are first. You see the first wave of creatures begin to exit from the woods. What do you do?
How far away are they?
From you, they are about 30 feet away, and from the Eldritch Cannon, about 15 feet away.
15 feet away from the Eldritch Cannon. Okay.
Yeah, a couple of them are spread out like a bit to the north as well, but like the closest one to it is 15 feet.
Okay. Let me just quickly pull out a template to use. That'll be good. And then we'll template for me to use later. Prize tools, that will help us later. Alright, Skirk is going to...
Oh boy!
Skirk is going to shoot probably this one. So second from the top.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
With the firebolt. Just firebolt to the face.
Ooh, that'll definitely hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Lots of damage.
Is that an extra? Oh, alright, because the arcane firearm.
9.
Alright.
Yep.
There's 9 points of damage. Alright. That greatly injures the wolf as you bring out your firearm. Which, by the way, how does it look again? Describe it.
It's like a... It's sort of like a... It's a bit of wood bent at a 90-degree angle. It looks like, driftwood or maybe just like a bit of branch that fell off a tree a long time ago. It's sort of at a 90-degree angle. The barrel end is split in two. And it's got the fittings of what looks like a pistol on one end and little embedded runes of brass all along it.
Nice. All right. So as you lift up your firearm, you prepare it.
Yeah, it is the childhood imagination gun, but someone actually bolted a flintlock onto it.
Exactly. And that wolf is greatly singed. It was very hurt by that. As it yelps out in pain. Is there anything else we should do on your turn?
I think it's actually a bonus action to make the cannon do anything, right?
I believe so, yes, once it's been summoned.
Yeah. So, yeah, not going to move, but I'm going to have it waddle forward a little bit and then unleash the fire.
All right, so if you get it...
The light, change of angle there we go.
Yeah, that'll get all 3 wolves. All right, so let me roll some dex saves.
Excellent.
All right, that's a fail, and then 1 success.
It's a perfect funnel straight into the line of fire.
Mm-hmm.
Or should I say the cone of fire?
Yes, as the wolves all rush in at once to try and breach the fence into the funnel. You and your Eldritch Cannon were waiting right for them as the burst of flame gouts out from the Eldritch Cannon and engulfs the wolves. All right.
And that should only be 10. It doesn't have the arcane firearm damage on it.
Okay, only 10, but still a decent amount. As those other wolves are also greatly injured. And nearly on death's door, actually. Alright, that is your turn.
Yep. That's Canuck's turn.
All right. Now it is Sinar's turn. Sinar is waiting patiently for any creature that breaches past all of you. And he is just kind of like holding himself in a little bit of a stance, actually. He kind of holds his arms
He's
outward.
sitting in the car?
What'd you say?
Oh, a dash camera? Okay. Cool.
He's talking to somebody
Oh.
else. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. Alright. Alrighty. Okay, so yeah, Sinar's just waiting, so he's ready in action. Now it is the
Did that-
wolf's turn.
Oh, why am I not supposed to talk? Sorry.
Oh, no, that's fine. Don't worry, that's fine. Let's see here. Yeah, they're all just going to straight rush into here. Something that you notice, Hawks in particular, let's see here, is that these wolves, despite that the wounds they're receiving, you know for a fact that normal animals, like a beast, would, if they were greatly injured, they would run away. There is a fury and fervor to them that is unnatural to any beast. Either they're being controlled or something else is going on here. This is definitely not normal wolf behavior. As they all swarm around you. Yeah, they're all actually going to attack you, Hawks. They're going to swarm around you.
Okay.
It seems they have a very singular-minded purpose to them. Let's see.
Maybe not.
Plus
Maybe not going to set Hawks on fire, then he's about to take a lot of damage.
20
Well,
plus 4?
hopefully my armor will hold out.
So that's going to be 5. Yeah, it's going to be 5 attacks with advantage. No.
They are wolves, so they get something similar to what we get
Yeah.
with normal kobolds.
The reversal. So first one is a 15 to hit.
I've got 18 armor.
Alright, so the first one misses. 19 to hit, so that'll hit.
Alright,
Soft 20.
that'll hit.
That's 2 hits. 14 will miss. And a 19, so that's 3 hits, I believe.
Okay. And I think it's a fortuitous time. The first one you roll, I'm going to redirect into one of the injured wolves with my Cloud Rune, which is...
Okay, very good. So that,
Yeah.
Okay, so that would be... Yeah, okay. Yeah, pretty much all of them that hit or injured is... What was it that hit? Cloud Rune, alright. So, instead you will only take 2 attacks, then. As the one wolf...
But one...
Go ahead.
Well, he still needs to roll his damage to
Good point.
against his companion.
Well, the ones that were injured only had 2 hit points, and they have their bonus damage is enough to take that out automatically, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
So yeah, this one wolf in front. As the one wolf lunges out towards your throat, Hawks, the rune on your armor starts to glow, and a glowing cloud of fog brushes past. As the wolf goes to bite you, its fangs lunge through, and you see that same fog, the other wolf's neck gets bitten into and dies.
Did not mean to post that.
Okay, that's fine. Alright, however, you do still take... 16 total points of piercing damage, and I need you to make 2 strength saving throws for me. Ooh, you are knocked
You have
prone,
a
my
plus
friend.
4 to that.
Oh, you are.
Have a +4 to that from
The emboldening bond.
what? Emboldening bond? Okay, so that's an 11
4
Plus D4.
plus a D4.
plus D4.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, only an 8.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Eight's not gonna
not
cut it.
enough. You are knocked prone, my friend.
Okay.
Whoa. Well, that is the
That
wolf's
is-
turn. Savage, it's now your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna rage.
All right. You let out a bestial howl as your features begin to sharpen and become more primal.
Go ahead and do that tail again.
Mm-hmm.
That tail would be crazy.
So good.
And I'm gonna move this way.
All right.
And I'm gonna make my first attack on the dude to my south,
All right.
and a second attack on the dude on my 12, unless my 6 o'clock does not die.
Okay. All right. You let out a draconic roar. Go ahead and roll them attacks. That'll definitely hit. 8 points of damage. You said the one to the north for the first one?
To the south on the first one.
To the south? As you strike at the one to the south, it lets out a horrifying yelp as you bisect its stomach, and it falls to the side limp.
Haha, I'm in for the second one then.
All right. $22 also hits. Go ahead and roll damage. 9 points of damage. Again, this time through the lower leg up into the the pelvis. You slice upward, and it also is dead.
Roar.
You roar, indeed.
That ends my turn.
All right, Meepo, your turn. Oh, I forgot.
Right, so I'm gonna have to help Hawks out here.
All right. Sorry, I forgot to add after you. I'm gonna have Muerte go because I keep forgetting to add her to the initiative order.
You dare not unleash her bloodlust.
Who are you using that on?
I'm using that on myself.
Okay. Just making sure, because you said help Hawks out, and I was like, it's not going to last very long.
Let me double check something before I do help you out.
I'm not in terrible shape if you don't need much.
I'm not using healing. I don't have anything to heal you right away with a bonus action or with an action cantrip. Right, I'm just gonna cantrip add resistance to you. So you can add 2d4 to saving throws. One from emboldening bond, one from resistance.
Very good.
Okay.
Very good. Excellent. Okay. At the top of the turn order.
Wait.
Hmm?
Does Hawks get a turn?
Hold on. Did you?
Hawks and Meepo rolled the same turn.
Oh, so they were. Whose has the higher dex mod actually?
+0.
My dexterity is +2.
Let me adjust
So-
that. So yeah, it would be your turn, Hawks. Sorry about that. Sorry, man.
All right, I'll use as much of my movement as much of my movement. Wow, that was a mangled sentence. To get on my feet as I can,
All right.
and I think I'm just going to attack this turn. I'm going to do one attack against the northern one attack against the southern one, and because Savage roared, I will take advantage, of the roars. Against the northern one.
Okay. That'll hit. Go ahead and roll your damage. Oof. A very strong blow against its shoulder blade. But unfortunately it is still up, but it is very hurt.
And then I will go after the southern one.
Alright, that will also hit. Go and roll damage. 5 points of slashing damage. Alright, that one, as you do, you bring it over across the skull,
Drop.
and it drops it.
Okay. And I don't think I have space to enlarge here unless I take... Well, he no longer has advantage either. So it's half movement to stand up.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what Hawks will do is he'll risk the opportunity attack and move south 1 square. Now that square is open. So that should be an opportunity attack from that wolf.
Alright, so it'll go ahead and attempt to attack you. In its rabid state, it is almost like it has rape or some kind of disease or rabies in some way, as it kind of froths as it tries to lunge at you. Let's see here.
Please hold out armor. Yes.
Yep.
Okay. And now that I actually have a space, I can actually go big with the Giant's Might. That was why I didn't do it at first, is because I didn't have space to actually become big.
Mm-hmm.
So now that I have the space, Hawks will let out a mighty roar. He will say, "Prepare to be crushed in giant," and he will become large Hawks.
Ah, wait, no, not the wolf. Sorry, let me put that put that
Oh,
to the side a
God.
little bit.
Big wolf.
No wolf here. Alright.
And now I have advantage on those strength savings. Could have used that a second ago.
You certainly do.
Alright, and that will be Hawks' turn.
Okay. At the top of the round, you hear more snarling coming from the forest as more creatures start to emerge. As from the forest, you see 7 more wolves and 2 lumbering brown bears coming from the forest. So specifically, the wolves are in front of the bears because they are very fast. So the bears are kind of clumped up around there. The wolves... Let me reuse this token over here, just so I have a copy pasta.
If you think we won't be able to bear the force of your attack, you're mistaken.
Teehee.
I kind of said that as though mistaken was the pun. That didn't come out quite right.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's probably the best way that you could have done it, though.
I appreciated it. Alright, sorry, just take it out a little bit.
It's like Hawks doesn't quite understand puns, so he knows you're supposed to like emphasize a word, and he just emphasizes the last word.
I'm sure that in
Mistake.
Giant that pun absolutely slapped. But
Yeah, that's how it works in Giant, because the last word is the one that's the pun.
Alright, so let me roll initiative for them bears. The wolves are going to keep their initiative slot. Just a straight d20 for them. Wow, bears actually rolled really well. Alright, so Skanuk, it is back to you though.
Well, I was gonna kill that one wolf down there, but I see such delightful opportunity before me. Huh?
Ah, indeed. A wonderful Fury Fire opportunity has come out in front of you. Alright, 1, 2, oh god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I'm so sorry.
No, don't. Never say you're sorry for a wonderful play. Okay, so that's +2, so that's...
Dexterity
Yeah, so
as far
6.
as the eye can see.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the bears. Oh my gosh. I think what's your spell save DC? I think that's only one success out
15.
of all of them. Yeah, only
My
one
spell-
succeeded. And that was the one wolf on top.
Excellent. Excellent.
All right, so let me move. Oh, let me move this to the side. We'll just move it like up
Yep.
here a little bit. If you want to reuse that again, I'll mark the rest with what color do you want it to be?
Orange.
Orange. Man after my own heart.
I sort of like, I imagine it as like scraps of thermite or something sticking to them.
Ooh,
Of course, those actually burn them.
Alright. Gotta mark those. Alright, so all those marked with orange have attacks made against them with advantage.
It's like his cannon just launches a stream of sparks, and they just like stick to their fur.
Exactly.
Yep.
In which none of them are happy about. Alright,
Good.
so that was your action.
Let them be unhappy.
Bonus action.
Oh no.
Bonus action is bad times for the woodland critters.
Very bad times for them. Alright, so that's. Let's see here. 15
I assume I can't get both of those outlier wolves, but I will.
Yeah, definitely
gladly
not the
take
outliers, but that'll
either.
get the 3 wolves and then the 1 bear for sure.
And maybe like, let's see, angle it a bit to get it both of one of them. That's it doesn't matter.
I mean,
4
if
enemies
you
is
want
plenty.
to try and finagle it, you certainly can.
Yeah, I don't like. I'm not. I don't think I can get both of them, but I think if I angle it a bit, or even just like, a hog.
You know what? Actually, I'll say that works. That actually works. That'll get 1 more in there, yeah. Gotta maximize it. Alright, so going from top to bottom for the wolves. Alright, so better saves for them for the most part. However, the bear still has to go. Yeah, okay, so that's 2 successes.
I think that's half damage still.
I believe
Let me
it's still half
check
damage,
real quick.
yes.
Yep, half as much. Yeah, it's close to that. All right, and that will be half of 12 fire damage.
12. Okay. So here, let me just move that back down a little bit. It's actually nice that you put all those out there so that we have them for reference automatically.
Yep.
So let's see. 1 on top. Double check. 1 on top succeeded. Next one failed. So dead. And then Yep. And then the rest survived. So minus that for the bear, and then minus 6 for that one. All right, another gout of flame as the creatures come funneling in to your advantage. The smell of singed and sizzled fur and corpses reeks throughout the air as the snow drifts down harder. Is that your turn?
Cannon will step back one.
Alrighty.
That is 2/3 of his movement, by the way, to step up and then step back.
Alrighty. So, it's now the bear's turns. You see the bear start to listen for a moment. As if they can hear a sound that you cannot. For anyone who would like to, though, you can go ahead and make a perception check.
Don't hear anything over the sound of his own cackling. Possibly.
Alrighty. Funnily enough, Skanuk, you actually do hear something over the sound of your own cackling. Over the wind, you hear this a different sort of whistling sound that almost was very subtly mixed in with it, but it changes tone and shifts every now and again. And the bears seem to be moving along with it in a way, almost like an unseen rhythm. And the bears actually start attacking the barricades.
Can I tell where it's coming from?
With that check, you can actually. You can tell it's coming probably at your best guess. Maybe 300 or so feet away in the direction of the forest. But you don't see the exact source of it. You just hear the sound coming from that direction. Yeah, so the bears are going to attempt to attack the barricades with their multi-attack to make room for presumably a larger force.
Well, hopefully there's a reason they're called barricades.
Look, man.
He got it on the last word too. So it worked both in
He's
common
learning.
and giant.
Alright. Alright, so only 4 of them find purchase. Let me just roll it all together. Just rolling the 2 damage types together. Alright, this barricade up on top is destroyed.
Oh, no.
The one on bottom. Hang on. Bear. I want the bear token, please, not the. Thank you. 36. Yeah, the one on the bottom is also broken up.
That's real unfortunate.
Indeed. And the bears.
Or is it fortunate that they used up their actions to attack something that's not actually going to die? It's just going to go away.
Alright, and they start to maneuver themselves in. And that is their turn. Alright, so it is now Sonar's turn. He is waiting for any to get past all of you. Muerte's bloodlust, on the other hand, needs to be quenched. She's going to attack the one wolf that is somehow still standing.
Level of wolf barbecue is in the air.
Alright, 1d20 plus 4 with advantage because of her blood frenzy. Man. Despite her... Because of... It seems like she has the spirit, but in her bloodlust she cannot focus her rage accurately enough as the wolf dodges out of her way.
And that was with advantage?
That was with advantage, yeah.
That's sad.
I rolled a 10 and an 8. Very unfortunate. But that's fine. Or won't be fine, because it's now the wolf's turn. The wolf did not like being attacked. And it howls, calling for aid, as the wolves begin to rush past their allies for the new room that was made. And you get an attack of opportunity, Hawks, as one runs past you.
Right. And was the one that ran past me is not
The one that ran past you is not injured and is not marked.
Okay. Single attack.
Okay, that still hits though.
7 and then a d6 more.
Alright.
So 11.
11 points. That is exactly its hit points. As it runs past you, it goes, "Arr!" And you kill it.
Nah, I don't think so.
And this one dashes past you there. The other ones, the 2 surround you, Meepo. They're going to attempt to attack you. However, you have Sanctuary up.
The blessing of Eldath is on me.
I got a +1 to Wisdom, so we'll see what happens here. Wow!
Oh no.
Alright, so that's let's see it. So okay, so that's the Wisdom save. So now it'll get to attack you with advantage. Does a 15 hit you, Meepo? Steven?
I was checking, my armor class is 15.
Ah, so it just barely hits you.
But Sanctuary stays up after that, right?
It does.
As long as I don't
it's
attack?
only if you attack, I believe.
Right.
Just
Yeah,
was double
it's
checking
only if
that.
the warded creature does something harmful.
Yeah, alright, so
Okay.
then the other one makes the Wisdom save
That's not terrible.
16.
Wisdom save is 16 is my DC.
Ah, that is very unfortunate.
You still could miss.
He still could miss. There is still that chance.
Need to get you a shield.
Ah,
I have a shield.
He does not miss.
No,
We
wait.
need to get you
I
more
don't.
shields.
that.
No, I do. I do have a shield.
Man, Meepo, I am very sorry.
Leather armor and a shield.
I need to
need
roll.
something
I
better
need to
than
roll an
leather
injury on you.
Oh, natural 20. Look at that. That's
Yep.
wonderful.
Roll a d20 for me, Steven.
What a roll.
This is my first injury, guys.
Well, that's not technically true. You have your scar.
Natural
Oh
20.
wait, yeah, I did get a scar, didn't I?
Indeed. Specifically,
Is-
the one. It's
Is it
when,
better to be low or high?
It's better to be
Remind-
high.
Well, I got a natural 20.
You did, so I think this is actually one of the better ones you could have gotten. So let me double
Probably
check.
another scar, isn't it?
I think it actually is a scar. Sorry, hold on, I'm trying to look through. Yep, it is a minor scar. The scar doesn't have any adverse effect. Where would you like the scar to be? It is as it bites down on you.
It's biting down on me?
Yes.
On my shoulder.
All right, you now have, write down your character sheet for your appearance. You now have a set of wolf teeth indents for a bite on your shoulder as a scar. So that was just the injury. Now I get to roll damage against you.
Oh yeah, there's that too.
Oh, that's right. I also need you to make 2 strength saving throws.
Oh yeah, strength saving throws plus the d4. So
Yeah, what's the d4?
I'm prone, probably.
No, actually that just passes both times.
Oh, well then
Well,
13 and 11.
Sorry.
I don't think it would work for both anyway, because I can only use the
All right.
once per turn.
You take 9 points of piercing damage in addition to 11 points of piercing damage.
20 total points of damage.
Yes.
Yeah, that's great. I'm still alive.
How much health do you have?
I have 4.
generally?
Left.
And then
Get your berries ready, boys.
and then one wolf against Muerte Blanca, which will hit her for 7 points of damage. She honks in pain. And then the one wolf is just going to do just a quick strike against you. It doesn't get advantage for you against you, Hawk, specifically.
It still would because it has an ally within 5 feet of me.
Does it? Oh, right, because that's right, because of the bear. That's right.
Well, there's a wolf just above me as well, too.
Oh, that's right. And that's the unfortunate thing about the bigger size,
Wolves.
bigger range.
That's okay.
17 just misses though.
I've got a really big shield.
You do. So, that is the wolf's turn. And Sonara preps himself as he sees a wolf approaching. Savage, it's your turn.
I'm gonna whack the bear.
Alright, you whack that bear.
Whack it good.
Oh boy, 12 points of slashing damage. That definitely hurt it. Alright. That definitely hit again. 8 points. Oof. This bear, you slash it across the foreleg, and then you slash it across the snout, and it snarls and roars out in pain. It is on death's door. as you
Really mocking.
as you roar back out in a mock roar. If an animal could feel embarrassment and shame, it would.
Good.
Question, is that adding his rage already?
I believe
Yes, it is.
Okay.
That's why it says longsword rage.
Oh, okay.
Okie dokie. Alright, is that your turn, Savage?
Yes, it is.
Meepo! You're very hurt. What do you do?
I'm very hurt, so I will... I was gonna do something else, but this is probably more important. What's this?
Okay.
I'm doing that at second level.
Alright, on yourself, I imagine?
Yeah, on myself.
Alright.
So 1, 2d4.
Indeed.
Plus my wisdom modifier. 9.
Turn that music just a little bit. Alright, heal yourself for 9. And what is your action? Is that to yourself or... to yourself.
That's to myself, yeah. I'm going to cast resistance on myself and then move back away here. So I'm gonna move kind of in front of Morta Blanca to the other set of hawks.
Okay, that will take
So I would
3
get
attacks.
two-
Oh, actually, no. That will...
Three attacks of opportunity, yeah.
Actually, hold on.
Oh,
Go
4,
back to where
'cause
you
there's
were.
the bear.
Yeah, because that's 4. They do have to make wisdom saving throws, however. So, all
Yes, they do.
right. So let me start with the wolves first. Okay.
Okay, it makes it through.
Okay, 2 do, and the bear. Let me double check the bear. What's a bear's?
I guess
Oh yeah, no.
I could have gone around Morta Blanca and taken 3 instead of
Okay.
4.
No, it's still next to you.
Right, it is, yeah.
All right. So, okay, you're gonna take some
Bad spot.
damage. That's unfortunate.
Just a bad spot. Well, they get to make attacks. They don't necessarily hit.
My AC is 15.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I didn't roll damage. Sorry. sorry. I should roll the attacks first. My bad. Let's see.
So only 2 of them get to make attacks.
Only 2 of them. So that will be 21 for the first one, and 15 for the second one.
Both of those hit.
All right. So you would have taken 14 points of damage total.
I'm down.
All right. So in that case, instead of that spot, you are instead over here.
Right.
Right. Meepo goes down. Hawks.
I think I am going to take a pretty action-filled turn. I'm not gonna quite jump on... Yeah, this puts me in a weird situation here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to trust that someone else can get Meepo for the time being. Not to leave you hanging, but I think it's the smart thing to do in this case. And I am going to use my action surge. I'm going to first make a couple of attacks against the bear. I'm then going to make a couple of attacks against the wolf right here, and then I'm going to use my bonus action to try and shove using my shield master.
Okay.
And push that wolf back.
Okay. So go
So
ahead and
first,
attacking, and then roll.
2 against the bear.
Okay. 18. Okay, both of those attacks will
one.
hit.
Alright.
Alright. The axe goes straight into the bear's skull, killing it instantly.
Alright. 2 against the wolf to the north of me.
Alright. Ooh.
Okay, well,
I don't think I'll need to roll lingering injuries because this might actually just kill it.
and I'm going to use my giant strength to do 2d6 on that crit to bring it up to 10. That was not the most fortuitous hit.
10. All right. It
And
is
does the
still
12?
alive. The
12 doesn't hit, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it just barely misses, unfortunately.
You still have a D4 tied to your
Yes, you do.
attack roll stuff.
Okay, so that 12 will become a 13.
Oh, excellent. All right, yeah. Okay, in that case, it does then.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna do more damage with the non-crit
Luckily,
than
I
I
don't
will
have
with
to
the
be-
crit.
Luckily, I don't have to be conscious for that roll.
And then, with my bonus action, using my Shield Master feat, I am going to make a shove against this wolf right here, which I need to look up the rules for that.
I believe you make a. I believe it's a contested strength roll. I believe, but let me double check.
Yeah, let me check on that.
And it's the wolf to your right, right?
Yes. But I get to bonus action do it. Shoving a creature, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Instead of making attack roll, make strength athletics contested by the target, strength athletics, or dexterity acrobatics. Now bear in mind, in my giant size, I have advantage on the athletics check.
Okay.
Which is not fantastic in this case.
Alright, so it's going to use its acrobatics. It doesn't have proficiency, so it's just going to use straight dex.
Hopefully roll low.
Unfortunately, it is still there. As you try and shove it back with your shield, your size is a little bit unwieldy, and unfortunately, it uses its size to its advantage and ducks underneath your shield.
Alright, well, not much more I can do about that. In that case, though, I am going to... I'm going to make a dumb assumption here, and I'm going to assume that it probably would have trouble knocking a large creature prone, and I'm going to use my movement to back off to here,
Alright.
and then push through Morte Blanca's space and try and cover Meepo a little bit in preparation for later turns.
So you only take one attack of opportunity.
Yes.
It doesn't have any allies, so this will not be with advantage. 16 will miss you.
Okay. And yeah, I'll push my way past Muerte and get up to here, and maybe next turn I'll be able to help Meepo, or at least be something that Meepo can hide behind if she gets up.
Alrighty.
And that'll be Hawks' turn.
Okay. Top of the round. You no longer hear the howls of wolves. However, another bear comes out of the forest. And it is flanked by something.
I see.
You see a saber-toothed tiger with fur stained crimson red, very similar to the moose that you had seen, but its fur is stained completely as opposed to just partially. And instead of its normal teeth as fangs, you see icicles coming out from the jaw as it stares and calls out, "Lay down your arms and run away, or your death you will find here, interlopers."
Can I take a moment to break the seriousness and say,
Go ahead.
Barry off?
What'd you say?
Barry off?
There may have been some inspiration.
That would have been Amber, sorry.
There was still inspiration, but I digress. Skanuk, your turn.
What? What's that? I didn't quite hear you.
All right. So you only get the one, but he's a big boy.
He's a lad.
Absolute unit.
He is
A
an
real
absolute
chonker.
unit. This guy is packed with muscle, as an animal is.
A real chungus.
That is an
That is
18.
not the damage I wanted. Okay, well, you win some, you lose some.
Despite this creature clearly being of a more bent towards a cold nature, it seems to just, as your Eldritch Cannon sprays it with flames, it simply walks through them and glares.
Ah, so is that doing less damage than expected, or?
No, that's the flavor for it succeeding on the save, and just the 2 damage.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Could be worse. All right. Well, I was planning to jump down and try to heal Meepo, but that seems like it's probably may have, poked the bear somewhat, or
No pun intended, or pun rather
Yeah.
fully intended, depending.
poked the tiger, as it were. Yeah, so I'm just gonna pop up and shoot. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot this wolf here next to the cannon with the firebolt.
Okay. Go ahead and roll
I
damage.
feel like Hawks is big and is offending up there, and Savage will get a turn. It'll hopefully be fine. Oh, I would have had advantage on that.
Well,
Matters a lot.
that is in fact a lot.
So that wolf takes a lot of fire damage. Holy shit. 21, 27 fire damage.
It is simply gone.
Holy shit.
Yeah, you put a little bit of a little bit of extra oomph into the shot this time.
Knuckworks Wolf Destroyer.
Just after Meepo passes out, all of the extreme violence breaks out, so she doesn't see any of it, but she just sees the minor violence.
It's just like that time with Sonar and the bandit, where he just started punching them into dust the moment Meepo couldn't see.
Yep.
Right. Also, when you guys killed the moose.
Yeah. Cleric goes down. Real shit.
Looks like the time for peace has ended, boys.
Cowabunga it is.
We'll ask for
Meepo's
Eldad's
gone. We don't have
forgiveness
to
later.
pretend anymore.
Go.
Diego?
The
Tiger.
saber
Ice
destroyer.
Age.
Oh, man, you guys see. I
Well.
guess I thought I was getting a little spicy. Man, all of you are spicy today too. Man.
We are the spiciest of kobolds. Oh no, he's got he rolled well.
Well, apparently this is the universe clapping back.
Yeah.
He's basically just going with the bears.
Basically.
He's basically just a fat bear.
Man, what to do for him first? I have so many choices.
It's a shame to have something so powerful bearing down on us.
Oh my goodness. You know what? No. He's bit. I was. Okay. You know what? The bear's going after you.
All the bear puns are drawing him in.
He's gonna sneak past his ally. He's going after you.
Yeah. They're awakened bears, so they understand the puns.
It's gotta be
That's
infuriating.
19 to hit for both attacks on you, Hawks.
Alright. So I've got an 18 AC, so.
Alright, so you will take. For the bite, you will take 7 points of piercing damage. And
Okay.
in the claws, you will take 9 points of slashing damage.
Okay. and he has to move back to get out of that space afterwards.
He does. So you get an attack of opportunity.
And theoretically, if he can't stand on the barricade, so does Muerte.
Oh, she would actually. Good call.
And depending, so does Savage.
Oh wait, how does the tail have reach?
The tail does have reach,
Oh,
10-foot reach.
let's see. So moves.
But also, I mean,
The
I think-
bear
I think
technically
what he's saying
didn't
is, like-
like move with away from the 10-foot square.
I mean, like, so if the bear is large, the only place it can attack Hawks from is here, which would be in Savage's reach.
It'll be within, yes, but it has to go beyond like 15 feet in order to get the attack of opportunity.
Unless I use my sword, which would be...
Oh yeah, unless you use your sword, in which case, yes, you would get one then. So, sorry, pedantics, my bad.
Good.
Alright, I will gladly take this attack of opportunity against the bear.
Yeah, go ahead, and you too, Savage, with your long sword.
Advantage, because it's...
Yep, you get advantage.
Because it's glowing.
Very bad.
And I get my D4, right?
You do.
Okay, so 20.
Mm-hmm. Roll that damage, yo.
9 slashing. I've technically already used my giant strength D6 before this, so I can't add that, but...
Okay, so that is 22 points of damage. Oof! He is hurting.
Any chance of Muerte
Yes.
taking a
Yes.
bite out of him?
No. She definitely will. She is out for blood. I just need to look at her sheets.
Oh, I was more musing as to whether or not she had the
Ah!
attack power to actually finish him off.
She finally gets a hit in. Here we go. She doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but but boy, she has the spirit. Hi, 7 points of damage. Just bonk, 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 bonk. Kills the bear.
There's the spirit. There she
Let's you
goes.
kill the bear?
She killed the bear. As she leaps up onto the bear's back and just starts basically just using her axe-like beak to basically guillotine the back of the bear's neck. And as she lifts up her beak, it is just dripping with blood, and she lets out a
Why do we
Wow.
have a dinosaur in every campaign?
Man, really unfortunate for that bear. However, there is a second bear. Ba-dee-ba-doo, bear.
Hey there, boo boo.
Hey, boo
What
boo,
the- oh, God,
I'm
you
gonna
don't-
take a bite of you. For a 14 and a natural 20.
God, Savage is really... It's unfortunate how many nat 20s he's taken.
That is.
It really does seem like it's won every battle.
It does. Go ahead and roll that d20 for me, my friendo.
Is this what it
Don't
means
be
to be cursed?
blinded. Don't be blinded.
Don't be blinded. Don't be blinded. Okay.
That's a low one.
That is a low one.
That is an internal injury. So that is broken ribs, but worse. Whenever you attempt to take an action in combat, you must make a DC 15 con saving throw. On a failed save, you lose your action and can't use reaction until the start of your next turn. This injury is healed, however, if you get magical healing, or if you spend 10 days doing nothing. So,
Guys,
Oh. What kind of action would it be to, say, shove a good berry in someone's mouth?
that would. It's very quick. It's not like a potion. I'd say like a bonus action. I'd say.
Okay. Plans for the future, then.
Yeah. Alright, so I
We
still have to
are
roll
so
damage
mad.
against Savage, so that'll be.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me double double check the bear stats. I like. Oh, I remember their stats. Oh wait, hold on. Double check. Checking. That will be 6 points of piercing damage, and then that 20. Of course, it had to be the claws. That'll be 13. Okay, not bad. That's actually a lot better than it could have been. 13 points of slashing damage.
Duration. So it's not so bad.
Is it 3 and 6 then?
Yeah, so yeah, 3 and 6. And then Bloodfang.
Bloodfang? What?
Don't worry about it.
I worry about it.
It's a little bit
He's gonna move.
edgelordish.
I mean, to be fair, an awakened creature could potentially have an edgelordy personality. So you know.
I don't know that he can move through that space.
Oh, he can't because your thing is there. That's an enemy combatant.
Yep. Cannon. The cannon can actually be a tiny thing that doesn't occupy the space. But
It would be difficult terrain to move past it.
like,
It probably has the movement to do that.
it's also got a cannon that sets it on fire. And it's clanking menacingly.
There is one other thing it could do. Now, you know what? It is going to... Yeah, you know what it's going to do. It is going to charge at you, Savage, actually.
Bet.
Yeah. Here we go! Oh, wait, no, I don't make the bear stats.
Let's go.
Don't you remember that every time you say that, they get a natural 20?
Yep. Yes, I do. But that's already been used on me this round, so it's not gonna happen again.
Yeah, so no more injuries at the next one. So, double check.
20s, though. 20s are always an option.
So this is gonna be 2 attacks. That's a soft 20 and a 22 to hit you.
Ouch, ouch.
Alright. For the first one, you take 6 points of piercing damage. I need to make a Constitution saving throw.
That did not work.
You can add your D4 to the const if you need to.
25.
It wouldn't help.
I think it's
Well,
fine.
not that one, but if he hits you at the second one, you still have to make another one then.
Alright. As the teeth bite into you, you feel this wave of coldness go throughout your body, making you feel slightly sluggish. But thankfully, you shrug off the effects and your muscles pop back into place. However, he still hits you with his claws. For 12 points of slashing damage, reduced to 6. And he does back out of your space, getting you an attack of opportunity.
Or to use my attack of opportunity.
Oh wait, that's right, you did.
Which means that my tail wouldn't have helped anyway, because that's a reaction.
Unfortunate. Now it is Muerte's turn.
Or say angry.
Muerte is angry. I believe there's still a wolf here to take care of.
Yes.
And she will, in fact, hopefully, take care of it. And she will, because that wolf has been hanging at one for a bit. She jumps up on it and just starts jackhammering it into the snow. Brrr! Muerte is out for blood tonight. And now Sonar gets to do fun things.
How much damage does Morte do?
And he has advantage.
Well, no matter how much Muerte does,
Oh.
it would have killed it. It was at 1 HP.
Excellent. Good bird.
Yeah, very good bird. Yeah, Sonar gets advantage on this one. Oh boy, this is gonna be fun.
I'm being protected by the world's most bloodthirsty emu.
Cassowary unleashed. What if
Anger ostrich. Angry Birds 3.
if I cast enlarge on Muerte, could giant hawks ride her?
Yes.
Oh my.
Uh,
The world is not ready for that much hate.
It's not.
Let's save that for when she actually won't throw hawks. For you don't need a
Right.
large hawks being thrown through a building.
This is
Yep.
true.
You watch as Sonar punches this wolf in the gut, basically uppercuts the wolf into the air, and as it skyrockets, poofs into dust and sand and snow, and drifts on the wind. That's an
I like to imagine
Meepo still has
That's
not
what
seen
the wolf,
this.
this is true.
Oh man, Sonar wouldn't hurt a fly. He can do a little cool bit of damage, but he can't turn people into dust.
I
Completely
like to imagine if the
annihilate his
wolf
enemies.
Sorry.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
I like to imagine if the wolf soared up until it was level with Skinnock before popping.
Exactly. You witnessed it in like full front seats. It's like the orca dive bombing in SeaWorld, splashing the audience. All right. So now it's the wolf. The one wolf's turn because that wolf is mega dead. It doesn't get advantage either against you. That'll still be a soft 20 to hit you, however.
Okay, that's fine.
And you'll take 7 points. I seem to be rolling 7s a lot. 7 points of piercing damage. And I need you to make a strength saving throw with advantage. Okay, yep, you're fine.
Alright.
Alright. Savage, it is now your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep going to town on Diego here.
Damn it. It's like I feel like Adam Jensen
Diego
from,
Bloodtooth, Edgelord extraordinaire.
I feel like Adam Jensen from what is it? Ghost. What is it?
Deus Ex.
Deus Ex is like, I never asked for this.
Oh, God.
Ooh, nice.
This is the absolute peak of violence.
Oh, hang on. Let me make a let me make my Constitution saving throw.
You'll have a
Oh,
D4.
that's right. Yeah, that's right. You okay. Nice. Okay, so
Nothing
injury
stopped.
Apparently, he doesn't care.
No, literally, he doesn't care. Broken ribs, so he gets the better version of it for him. Oof. That's a lot of damage.
That's a lot.
Okay.
I have one more attack.
Go ahead. 14. Yeah, 14 will hit. 9 more points. Oh, 13 more points.
Yeah, I forgot to turn advantage back on.
So that's fine. I misread it. That's fine. All right. Still, he took a big hit. However, he's still looking pretty healthy. All right. So that is your turn.
Yep.
Okay, Meepo, I need you to roll a death save for me. That's one failure. All right.
Alright. This is not going to be the most illustrious turn, but I'm going to take it either way. First things first, I'm going to use my bonus action to Second Wind to get a D10 plus 5 health. 7 health, okay.
Okay.
Is what it is. And then I'm going to use my main action and that potion of healing I made earlier
Yeah.
to heal Meepo. I will administer the tiny bottle of potion. Or maybe it's just a big bottle at this point since I got large, but I just sort of pour it on Meepo.
It's like the bottle's like neck is big enough to fit Meepo's head in, so it's just like clunk, glug, glug, glug.
So that is a standard potion of healing, and
It's,
Meepo will
2d4
regain.
plus 2, I believe, or no? Hold on. Let me double check that. Yeah, 2d4 plus 2.
Shall I roll it or shall Meepo?
Whoever you want to.
I've been rolling pretty badly today. Go ahead and roll that for.
Yeah, go ahead, Meepo. Roll that healing.
7. Lucky number 7 again.
7.
Okay. And so Meepo is now. Don't worry, Meepo. I gotcha.
Ah, shit. She's awake. Stop the violence.
Jazz music stops.
Right, I
And-
don't think you need to stop the violence. It's gone far enough already where I think that's probably what's called for.
And is there anything else that would make sense to do on my turn? It's my action and bonus action, but fighters have a lot of other stuff sometimes. Yeah, I don't really think there's anything else that I should do here, so that'll be it.
Alright. Fair enough. Skinnock. Actually.
Well?
Hmm. No.
Yeah, is there anything
Don't worry about
else coming down out of the mountains? Oh no.
Don't worry about it. Well, you
Is
know
that
what?
whistling still happening?
Actually, you know what? Yeah, make another perception check for me, since you're first in the turn order. Natural 20. The whistling has stopped. And instead, Skinnock, you see a form in the forest. It hasn't quite breached the tree line yet, so it's not on the map. But you see a female form in the breaking the tree line.
Oh no. How are we for health, guys? Everyone feeling good? We got company coming.
I suggest you get as close as you can to me, if possible.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably good. Yeah. I liked my roof stuff. Let's see. How high is this roof?
This roof is, I'd say it's like 10 feet high at its like lowest point, like where you would jump up to get the roof, and like at its highest point where you are, about 15 feet high up in the air.
Are you injured
Okay.
at all, Skinnock?
Nope.
If you're not injured, you don't need to get close to me.
Alright, then I will not. I will be staying right up here.
You know, that's
Because the
fair.
only reason you need to be close to me is if you need to be healed. Or if you were going to heal me and you needed to be close to do it.
Yeah, I was thinking about jumping down to cast Cure Wounds on Savage and giving you a
Cure
good
Wounds
day, but if you're alive, yeah.
I'll technically add her
If
to your
you're
turn order, but she's not entered the combat just yet.
You could maybe get down off of the roof and be ready to get close if needed, but stay away from the combat still. Like back where Sonar is or something.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. So if I go 10 feet here, then
I
that's
don't know.
around 40 feet to get into the mess of it.
That's
Yeah,
not a
I'm
game.
gonna like
Sorry.
go here and then. Well, no, I don't know if it's metagaming if
Hmm?
you know, if it's a question of being able to get closer. Because I did see that she was coming.
She is coming, so she is about, let's see, from where you currently were, I'd say she's about 60 feet away.
Right. Right. Good to know. I haven't really debilitating spells at 60-foot range. Nope. Nope. I suppose there's no chance that she's wearing metal.
Not a chance.
Right. Druids.
Druids.
Alright, so I'm gonna run 10 feet to the edge of the roof, and then I'm going to drop down as gently as I can. And then I guess I'm going to between Diego and this bear. I'm sorry, I can't.
No, it's fine. It's too funny to pass up at this point. Like, I've just accepted it.
Yeah. They really are. It's a battle as old as time.
It
The
doesn't help
original
that the
Star
picture
Advisor.
kind of looks like him too. Like I can see why you think that, and I'm like, damn it, I can't dispute this.
What have I done? So yeah, between him and the bear, which of them looks closer to death?
I mean, technically, this bear right here hasn't been hit a whole lot, so technically, funnily enough, the bear looks a lot weaker than Bloodfang. Bloodfang has taken some hits, so technically he would be close to death. But even though he's been
probably
injured,
not.
he still has more health than the bear.
Right. Okay. So I'm gonna hit the bear, I guess, with a firebolt,
Okay.
and I have advantage because
Yep.
he's next to someone.
And this was also. Oh no, this is bear's not very far. Cause,
Nope. Nope. They died.
I copy pasted the bear, but he does not. Okay.
It was roared on though.
So he takes 17 fire damage.
He was roared on. Okay, that's actually a significant amount.
Okay, and then the cannon is going to scuttle around to here,
All
which
right.
is a 10-foot movement. Oh, wait, actually, 5, and then yeah. And then it is going to breathe fire on both the bear and the saber-tooth. It can arrange that.
Yep, that'll just.
I don't actually know.
Well, because the large size, it would.
Oh yeah, because it takes.
Yeah, I know the picture is weird. It's not like a token, so like it's deceptive how big it is.
That's fine.
So yes, it would hit both the bear and the guy. So let's go ahead and.
Dealing only 8 fire damage.
Right, roll 20.
DC
Do not freeze on me,
15?
please. Right.
Roll 20, please.
That's the bear.
He couldn't bear the heat.
Yeah, I can't.
All
even,
of those attacks against you were justified.
I can't
Every
even.
single
I can't
one.
even be mad. Man. Again, it's like he just knows exactly when the fire is coming, and he just strolls past, almost giving us if a tiger could smirk, it is definitely putting on airs right now.
Kurt will scuttle 5 feet to the left. Continue body blocking him.
All right.
I like to imagine that it's got like an old glove that swings up from the top to give someone the middle finger. I might add that attachment later.
A wonderful thought. Now it is the bear and tiger posse's turn. If only we had Lion's Den in the mix. Anyway.
Only. If only.
I would be lion if I said I wouldn't have preferred that to get some lion puns in too.
The bear's going this way. Yeah, it's gonna attack Muerte for 1, and then Meepo for 1. So first one against Muerte is a 13, which will hit Muerte, and then one. Oh, that's right, Sanctuary against Meepo, so that still has to roll. Man, this combat you have. Sanctuary has not helped you a whole lot this combat, Meepo, and I apologize. So I do have to roll the bite against the.
It just has to miss.
It just has to miss. That's all it has to do. So that's 10 points against Muerte. Muerte is looking very hurt right now. But her bloodlust is still unquenched. And then you, Meepo, take 9 points of slashing damage.
I'm down again.
Did it hit with its attack?
Oh, sorry. Thank you. I swear, I'm so bad about this. 9, it misses. Never mind.
It misses.
I apologize.
It was enough to kill me, but it missed.
Not today.
Again, I apologize.
Oh, it's all good.
Is this wolf still alive?
Yes.
The top one, yes.
Just questioning his life choices, I guess.
It's questioning a lot right now, actually. Alright, so yeah, the bear's gonna stay there. Which means Bloodfang gets to bear down on you, Savage.
Bring it.
It doesn't work because it's not a bear. It's a bad joke. Bad joke. Anyway. 20 plus 6. So it's going to take a bite. Does a 15 hit you?
15 is my AC, but I will use my reaction to give myself a D8 of AC, which will make it to miss.
Okay. Second attack. An 8, which will also miss. Alright.
Sucks to be Diego.
It certainly does. He doesn't have Manny at all to help him. Or a sloth. Yep, as I almost said bears down on you again. It's reflexive at this point. A barrage of fang and claw tears down on you, Savage, but you block each one. You are fine. Now it's Muerte's turn. She gets to dish back some pain. The 17 to hit, she will hit. For 8 points of damage. The bear is not dead, but that was a significant blow. Sinar, going to go back into position slightly, but still protective. Back to the wolves.
E-wolf.
Yeah, just a wolf. It does have a bear ally, however, it does. I'm gonna roll a d2. 1, it's gonna attack Hawks. 2, it's gonna attack Meepo, but of course it'll have to make a save anyway. So wisdom save. Oh my god, Steven, on behalf of Roll20, I apologize. It does still have to hit.
I feel like Meepo's like sanctuary luck in this game is karma for the last time she cast Sanctuary and managed to face tank something
Winter
that
Wolf?
That
like
advantage, didn't it? From the bear being next to it?
It did, yeah, I got advantage. So there was a 19 to hit you.
Yeah, that hits.
And you take 8
now I'm
points.
down.
how many times a day can Hawks do that thing where he redirects attacks? Is it just once?
Just once per long rest, yeah.
Okay.
That's unfortunate. Unfortunately, you do go down this time, Meepo.
Oh god.
However, no more lingering injuries. Savage. Go ahead and make that con save for me. Natch. Wonderful.
I cannot feel the pain due to my rage.
Yeah, the cold is numbing every single pain in your body.
Local Kobold.
Local kobold, too angry to hurt.
What is your health up like, roughly?
37 of 55.
Oh, okay, you've actually got a lot less.
That'll affect the bear, too.
It will.
These are both going to be on Diego. As I have tunnel vision.
Alright, go ahead. Alright, 24 hits, 10 points of slashing. Alright. And 21 also hits. 11 points of slashing. Alright, not bad at all. He's starting to look pretty hurt now. He's looking pretty bloodied.
And I'm just sitting there hacking at his face. His ugly face.
Master! Strike now! They are weakened!
Ha! Weakened? Not on your life. Literally.
It just starts to laugh. You will see.
Reaction stab.
Alright. Okay.
Death
Oh.
save from Meepo.
Hawks, right?
Well, before that, someone enters the combat
Okay.
on her turn.
Smash theme starts playing.
Almost like a ghost. One minute she's not there, and then the next she is. Her form walks around. Diego, Bloodfang, Esquire. And she really looks at all of you. I told you I'd find you. And now it's time to die.
Lady, we didn't hide.
You made it very difficult despite that when you hid my mirror. But despite that, I think it's time to draw this fight to a close. Oro, hear my call. Bring down ice to rend them asunder. And she raises a hand to the sky. And she's going to cast a spell. The radius is bigger than I thought it was.
Oh, that's a bad sign.
That's a bad sign. Alright, I need the circles.
Yes, kill your allies as well.
This poor wolf. Oh god, Meepo. When you
Oh no, if it's unless it's if it's just a regular like spell effect, unless it's an attack roll, and it's within 5 feet, it'll just be like one death save. It has to be like a melee like attack within 5 feet to be a crit, which would be 2 death saves. So
I was about to ask if do death saves reset when you get back up?
Oh yes, they do reset when you get back up.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so Meepo will automatically fail to save. Everyone else needs to make a dexterity saving throw, and so does the bear, because technically it is the bear. She doesn't even care about her bear friend.
And the wolf.
Oh, and the wolf, yes.
This poor wolf.
My shield master lets me add the bonus to the dexterity saving throw.
Yes.
So I'll get a +2 on this.
Okay.
Looking for anything that might give
That's
such
a 21.
to Snuck.
And in addition, if I pass a saving throw using the shield and would normally only take half damage, I can take no damage.
If you use your reaction, very good.
Yep.
Excellent. Actually, I need Sonar and Skanuk to make these as well. Okay, Skanuk. Let me double check your spell
15.
Okay, Skanuk, you pass, and Sonar.
Do the wolf and the bear also take the saving throws?
They are going to make the save. I have to make a bunch of saves because I have to Muerte, Sonar, and then the bear, and then yeah.
Muerte
Luckily,
now.
she doesn't care.
The wolf fails, the bear, and then Muerte. Muerte got a natural 20.
Anger bird is angry.
This is still going to be a lot of damage that is putting out. However, Hawks is... Man, I bet you're not feeling bad about Shieldmaster anymore, are you, Mike? I mean, it wasn't bad.
No, it was mostly that I was not finding time to do the shield push. Because I've got a lot of bonus action options. Not necessarily that I was regretting taking it, because it's kind of an awesome feat. But,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so for anyone who failed to save, you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage and 16 points of cold damage. And of course, if you succeeded, you take half that. So it'll be 1 point of bludgeoning and then 8 points of cold. Ooh. Despite the natural 20, Muerte actually does go down.
No, Muerte!
She gets death saves. I'm not gonna be that DM who's like, oh, your mount gets knocked out or it's dead. I'm not gonna do that.
Also, if I can get up, then we can do the whole thing where I heal in an area and Muerte can be affected too, I think.
Alright. Bear dies.
Oh, no.
So does the wolf. Alright. And Sonar also took a big chunk as well. Alright, Sonara's still looking okay, though. I should have done that for him. Alright. She is going to take a little bit of cover behind these spikes, giving her... Yeah, giving her a bit of half cover, although from you, Skunuk, she has full cover from you.
Well, you know,
3/4 cover,
feelings
actually.
mutual.
3/4, never mind, 3/4. Despite that, Savage, your turn.
Luckily, his flamethrower is right there.
Oh,
Indeed.
something to note, that whole area is difficult terrain now.
The whole...
This whole
Radius.
area in front of Diego, difficult terrain.
Where the orange was.
Where the orange is.
Okay, that's bad. That means I can't do my plan. Okay. We just want to this.
No, right.
Alright, so Savage, what do you do?
Attack the guy with a Constitution saving throw.
Yes. Come on, Barbarian. Yeah, that's what I like to see.
And my roar has faded, so I'm going to just try to smack him.
Alright, fair enough. Okay, 17 definitely hits. 12 points of slashing damage. Alright, looking extremely hurt. 18. 14. Alright, how do you want to kill Diego?
Let's go as he bites down. I just shove my longsword up his mouth into his brain as it sticks out the end.
He mutters and splutters as he falls to the ground.
What is that? I can't hear you with your death.
Dead. Well, for some reason, hang on, I need to move the token over here so I can... There we go, so I can exit. There we go.
If you can get back a little, I can fix the ribs, though. I guess you're not really noticing them.
What ribs?
Never mind then.
What are ribs?
The ones that are sticking out.
No, don't tell him. He'll realize.
And I'm going to just...
I'm unconscious, so I can't tell him.
her.
Alright, you do so.
Ends my turn.
So it does. Meepo, give me that death save. Let's just hope it's not a natural one. Okay, that's one pass. We have one fail, one pass. Hawks.
This is difficult terrain now.
Yes.
So-
Everything, like, basically everything within the fenced area is difficult terrain.
Alright, Hawks is gonna move here. I'm gonna use my bonus action to give the good berry to Meepo.
Alright.
Boom. And... I get to you. Okay, so you're within good range. So
This
she's
is
getting
difficult.
extra cover from that, but I'm gonna
Mhm.
start throwing javelins. I'm gonna throw a pair of javelins.
Okay, because of your
No
size,
advantage.
this will only be half cover instead of 3/4.
Alright, so a no advantage. 24
definitely hits.
and a 15.
15 will just hit with the half cover.
Alright, and I'm going to add my d6. So 10 piercing for one and 7 piercing for the other.
Ooh. Not bad at all. The javelin just shunk. The one is too big to pierce her directly, but it manages to slice off a chunk of her side. The other one manages to slice at her arm. And she screams out in pain. Ugh. You won't survive the next one.
Okay, keep talking. and Hawks will end his turn, having revived Meepo and thrown things
All right.
angrily.
All right, Skanuk, it is your turn.
All right.
Take the bear and the wolf
Oh.
off.
All right. Never thought I'd risk my life for a bird. Ah. Okay, Snuff is gonna run 15 feet and give a good berry to Marte.
Okay. All right. You kind of like you plop open open the beak, ploop, plop it right in. There's a as Merte rises again, prone but alive.
Cool. And then
So she's
Skunk is going
prone.
to then Skunk is going to turn to Ravison, and it's time for a surprise tool to come in handy. He's going to cast Grease.
Okay.
Hey you, yeah, you,
Yeah.
fuck you.
All right. Hua! Let's see here. All right. Let me put that on the back layer so that I can reach Ravison's stats.
It immediately freezes and turns to ice, and still does the same thing.
Well, let's see here. What is her dexterity? Not great, but not terrible either. That is a failure. She is knocked prone. Whoa!
What's the new meme that has come out lately with the dude crouching over the prone person, mocking them mercilessly?
Oh, think,
Oh,
Mark,
the
think!
liftable meme.
Think, Ravison, think. They've killed so many of your animals. Why would it go any differently? Think.
Dang it. Alright. Alright. Good ghost Canuck. Alright, Sonara's turn.
I don't have the patience to edit a savage version of that.
You know what? That's fair. He's actually gonna get a little bit closer to Meepo. Let's see. Indeed, you are out of precious cover.
Now,
It is
this isn't meant to happen.
Muerte's turn. She gets back up from prone, half her movement.
Skanek's going, what have I become? I'm turning into a hero.
Unfortunately, with her half movement and the difficult terrain, she can't get very far. She can only get about to there. And then it's back to Ravison's turn. She stands back up using half of her movement. Yeah. She, like Muerte, is feeling the bloodlust. Yeah, she's gonna cast Ice Storm again.
Is it a dex
Angles
save?
are mine.
Yep, that is a dex save, friendos.
Meepo.
Wow.
That's still
Stop
half
that,
damage though, right?
Oh wait, hold on. Are you okay? So you're unconscious. Yeah, it is still half damage.
Right, I'm still unconscious.
Right. Okay. Wow.
Do I still have the wording bond?
Wording
you
bond.
should, yeah.
Or the...
Oh yeah, you still have my
Alright.
emboldening bond.
Okay, so that's only a 9 total, even with the
Unfortunately, that
shield.
will be a failure. So everyone will take. Hold on, let me double check this.
Lasts for 10 minutes. And it hasn't been a 10-minute
7 points
combat.
of bludgeoning damage and 14 points of cold damage.
So halved to 3 and 7. So 10 total. I'm unconscious, but I am not dead.
Unfortunately, Hawks is down.
Oh, crap.
And Muerte is also down again.
which
Canuck, you're our cleric.
I? That's a terrible idea.
So she will. Let me remind me about the specifics of Grease again. Is that a?
It's
At the end of her turn, if she's in the grease, she takes the save again.
Okay, so it's difficult terrain to move out. So she will take an attack of opportunity for you, as she will try and move down. Savage. So you will get an attack of opportunity. Let me see. Double check her movement here. 20 feet. So actually, technically, should be down there. 11. Unfortunately, will miss.
Am I boosted with any kind of buff?
You
I
have a
used it on you
D4.
too. You have a D4.
All right, in that case, roll a d4. That just hits her with the d4. 12 points.
Latham.
She's looking pretty hurt. And then it goes back to you, Savage. Oh, is Grace concentration?
It is not.
Oh, neat.
Which also means that I can't really turn it off. But
Right. But you can always jump.
you could.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
keep
could
in
probably
mind.
jump
Keep in
over
mind. Even though there's no battle map out that way, out over yonder. You know what? Hang on. I can fix this. You could technically walk around it.
Right.
And I have 40 foot of move speed.
Yes.
That's true. You are a fast barbarian.
That's true. That's true.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, the 5 feet. You will like waste 5 feet
Get
for
to
like
there with
moving
normal
out
movement.
of the difficult terrain from the ice storm.
But
Oh, right.
I can get to this side of her.
You can still get there.
Yes, you can.
Body slam. Body slam. Sorry.
Or you can just
What's
pick her
the
up and
seven?
drop her on the spikes.
Ooh. Unconscious Meepo was vicious. I like it.
makes me
That's-
think of the.
That's not unconscious Meepo. That's somebody else. That's a future character coming out.
There's a scene in one of the Redwall books that's like that. Tagarong, there's a moment where
Yes. It's not a spike on the wall, but it's a shield. It's a Martin's shield dug into the ravine, and he uses it to guillotine Gulo.
Well, there's a moment in, I thought, Tagarong where one of the rat warlords gets like tossed into a place where the otters have sunk their spears as well.
I don't remember that part.
Either way,
clearly enough.
your attack.
But
Yes.
it's possible.
Yes.
How often do I get that D4?
Per turn, I think?
Once per turn.
Once per
Yeah,
turn?
it's once per turn.
Okay, so last time it was a reaction. This is a new turn.
That's part of a turn, I think.
Yeah, but reactions reset at the start of your turn. So
So I get that
Alright.
D4 still.
Whole new turn.
All right. With that second one will hit. In fact, hit.
oh god.
Ooh, jeez.
Icy damage.
She looks extremely hurt now. She's like, no, my work is not yet done.
I'm going for those ankles. Those tasty, tasty ankles.
If you want your friends to live, you will let me go.
Ha! My friends will live regardless if you are here or not.
The hand forms the ice again. Do you want to take that bet?
Bring it.
Very well. Meepo.
Emboldening a kobold who's already bolder than most kobolds is kind of scary.
Little bit.
So take that death save for me, Meepo. I'm so sorry you've been unconscious for a lot of this battle. I
This is my
apologize.
third death save, but it's the third time it's my first death save.
Yep. Okay.
Actually, it's my fourth.
Right, that is the second failure, I believe.
No, that's my first failure.
Is it?
This one.
Oh,
'Cause
that's
I
right.
was
Oh,
at
that's right,
one
because
health
you were
when she did
revived
the thing.
again. Okay, yes, it is your. Okay,
Right.
yes.
That's what I mean. This is my third
Your third
time. It's the
individual
first.
save. Okay, yes. Alright. Hawks, make me a death save.
I would be dead if
Okay.
you guys hadn't been keep on reviving me, technically.
Alright, one
To
success.
pass.
Skanuck.
Let's see. How close to death does she look?
She. She looks quite. She looks. You figure if she takes another one of Savage's, like one of those bigger hits, she'd probably be knocked down.
I see. Well, all right. Where can I move that I won't have quite so bad half cover from her? For her.
At best, you would need to climb up onto the building, because otherwise, you're with your size and like where she is, she would get a +5 to her AC. If you climbed up on here, she would.
Oh wait, her turn ended. So would the storm effect be over?
Well,
Does that end?
She cast a new one. Normally Ice Storm, yes, but she cast the new Ice Storm, so it's until the end of her next
Right.
turn.
Okay.
But good call.
So could I climb? Could I
Yeah.
climb onto the building from where I am, or would that take a dash or something?
Let's see. What's your movement speed?
30 feet.
30 feet. So it'd be. Let's see. If you went 10 feet up here. So 5 feet. So 10 feet. 10 feet up here. Because like climbing up onto technically wouldn't give you difficult terrain because it's not on the terrain. I'd say. I'd say you could get up here without dashing, but it would
Okay.
She would still get half cover technically because you wouldn't be fully over the
Right.
over the roof.
But it's better than 3/4.
Yeah, it's better than 3/4 because that's a +5. So instead, she has a +2.
Okay, and you know what? Savage is next to her, so I'm gonna take that risk. Okay, gonna run and jump up here, and then
You have
we're
pack
going.
tactics, right?
I do have pack tactics.
You do because you didn't take the
Okay.
Draconic Roar.
So, so bad times for Ravison.
Bad times. 21 to
Ooh.
hit for the first one.
So that'll be. I'm not gonna use the arcane fire damage. Wait, let me check what the actual roll is for that. 'Cause if I can save it like Hawks does for the 20, I might. When you cast a artificer spell. Okay, so it's when you cast a spell. All right, so that's one of the rays. Now there are 2 more.
Okay. Go ahead and roll those hits.
Scorching ray.
That'll also hit.
Okay, this one will have that'll be 7 fire damage. Then
Okay.
a third one for a bit of extra mustard.
22.
9 fire damage.
How would you like to lay waste to Ravison?
Just like head vaporize.
Boom, headshot.
Or maybe let's go for like a chest shot. Just zoop.
Oh, okay,
Ooh,
chest
nice.
shot. Like, but like there's a hole in the middle?
Yep.
Alright.
Your fast staff weapon.
All 3 of those rays converge into one, breaking into her chest, piercing through the heart, leaving only a cauterized wound left behind. She can barely eke out a... And then as she falls, she looks towards you, Savage, and smiles. You've already been marked. And then she falls. Dying.
I just realized something. 5 would be
Hold on.
internal injury. Okay, so nothing major. Sorry. This is the first time Hawk's been knocked out in this fight, so I should have rolled that then.
Okay, no, that's fine. We all forget things. I mean, to be fair, it's a new system that we're using, so it's fine. We forget things all the time. All right, and that is the end of combat. So, however, there are some of those among you who are dying, so you will need to attempt some stabilizations. The question is, who are you going to attempt to save first?
Does the rough terrain melt?
Yes, it would. So, yes, it would. So, let me delete
I'm
that.
going to cast, as my first thing, I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on Meepo.
Okay.
My step 1.
All right. And what are you doing, Savage, as this happens?
I think he still has a berry as well.
It seems you would not have enough regular movement to get to Hawks or Muerte. Actually, no, maybe Muerte. Actually, yeah, you'll be able to get to Muerte.
Which is probably who you should prioritize.
Well,
anyway.
once I'm up, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on Hawks. So
Yeah.
I have a couple good berries
Oops.
from Bean.
I was trying to hit the eye
I'm
and hit
going
the
to
level. This is the one I want.
use on Muerte.
Alrighty. And as the snow settles, and the adrenaline begins to wear off, as you recover.
And Hawks.
Yes, as you recover from your wounds, thankfully, somehow, all of you still stand.
Ugh. Did we get him?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
we got him. What good we did.
Oh, good work. Good work, everybody.
Oh,
Ugh.
we might have to help fix these houses.
Yes,
They're a bit banged up.
Indeed, as the hail and ice kind of pummeled into the roofs, some of them actually did make it inside some of the houses.
I hope nobody was hurt.
So,
Use my acid.
Canuck, do you know anything about fixing roofs?
I fix everything.
That's good.
Everything. Oh, wait. Right. Hang on. Yeah. Cannon. Cannon. Burn it. Get it.
Burn it. Burn it all.
We should probably wait until the bodies are looted, but Skunk's going to keep an eye out for that healing effect, because no trust.
yeah.
Right. I'm also gonna take an hour and cast Ceremony on her.
All right. Do you have
An hour
the
and
component cost for that?
Oh wait, what?
It says it's 25 gold pieces worth of powdered
Oh,
silver.
right. I probably would have got the component costs for one casting of it, which I used on the holy water already. So
Unfortunately, you cannot give her a funeral rite. Unfortunately. But as you all, I will say it is pretty late right now. It's almost 12, so I am actually going to end the session here. If you would like to do a little bit of quick roleplay, though, I am more than willing to let you do that.
Should we? At this point, is the if we're going to check on people in buildings, we're going to need to restack or just admit that we're kobolds.
or we could say that we have kobold friends.
Or we just come out and say that we're kobolds and we've already helped this town once. Now we've helped it again, killed their primary source of trouble, so they won't have any more problems, really.
Or we
And
could
will just be eternally grateful to us.
we could fix the roofs while they're still inside and just try to make it happen while they're supposed to not look out, and try to make it like the shoemaker elves, where it's just like overnight everything's fixed.
Or we could just admit that we're kobolds at this point. I'm kind of getting stiff shoulders from you, Skinnook, and Savage standing on me all the time. It'd be nice to have another town where we don't have to do that.
Hey, don't call Savage bad like that.
Oh no, with all those cookies, I'm definitely fat.
It's okay. It's all goes
Right,
to your
I
muscle.
think it's
fine.
muscle, isn't it?
Oh, no, it's just cookies.
As you're having this conversation, go ahead and make perception checks.
So Hawks should probably at this point be small again.
Oh no, 13 because it was first.
Okay, all right, 13.
So yeah, let's go about looting the body before we reduce her to a pile of cinders.
Yeah, you notice Meepo specifically. You notice a child staring out of one of the windows and you hear a hush, and then you see the child is like pulled
I'm
away
gonna
from the
wave at
window.
her. Wave at the child.
You didn't see anything.
You didn't see anything. All right. So
I actually did post that one earlier as well.
now you did actually. I think I did see that. It was pretty good. Keep in mind these are animals. So there isn't going to be a whole lot of like material loot. However, Ravison may have something on her. So if you want to roll investigation on her, you certainly may.
Yep.
See, as far as material loot, we've got how many pelts here?
Oh, you okay? So you've got
I will roll.
7, 5. I believe it's You have
I roll that with advantage because
13.
people are helping, or
You have
no, they're
no,
themselves.
no. You have 12 potential wolf pelts, 3 potential
Who
bear
does?
pelts, and 1 saber-tooth pelt potentially.
Do I
It's
get
like
a
a magic
bonus on
saber tooth belt as
survival
well.
for any of my?
Okay.
No, I don't.
So go ahead and roll survival for Hawks, and for Skanuk for your 19 investigation. Let's see here.
Hawks is still a little out of it.
All right. So the wolves are a no-go, but you still have the bears and Diego. Go, Diego.
Meepo
go.
will help Hawks on his survival at this point. And it's still within the 10 minutes probably, so you could probably still use your D4.
Yeah, I'd say yes. It's still within that. Yeah.
That D4 is not going to help a 3 though.
No, but it might help for the next ones.
Right.
All
and
right,
I'm helping
so-
you, so you should have advantage too.
So let's do the saber-tooth first and get a 20.
Mm-hmm.
That was actually a unnatural 20 for Smoke.
Right. I'm trying to read
Yeah, no,
something.
no worries.
Okay, let's see here. All right. Yeah. Okay, yeah, definitely. All right. So, for the bears, you get 2 of their pelts. The third one is a bit tougher, but you managed to get. Let's see. Let me write this down. 2 full bear pelts. 6 bear fangs. 17 bear claws.
Not the pastry, unfortunately.
And
I'm currently eating bear claw right now, so I actually was thinking about that and gonna make a pun about it.
I see.
So I do have the pastry.
2 frozen fangs.
Also, can I retrieve my 2 javelins as well?
Yes, you may.
Hopefully we can get the fangs out of that saber tooth to maybe. Yes.
All right. Yes,
So-
full
That's,
saber.
that's what I got the 23 on, so yeah.
Yeah, 2 frozen fangs and 16 saber-tooth claws, along with the belt. And for you, Skanuk, as you search Revison's body, you of course see a symbol carved from a wolf's fang, a very large wolf's fang. It has the symbol of a snowflake carved into it. You gather this is to be some sort of druidic spellcasting focus specifically. In addition, you of course have her full-on cloak, which was quite warm looking. It appeared to be made from some sort of like polar bear. She has lots of dangling leaves and bones jutting out from it. It's basically like a large mantle, essentially. You also have 2 boots made from bear's leather, or bear fur. In addition, you have. Let me double check this. Add a little something extra for this dirty 20. Yeah, you get 1 totem. Specifically, a spell scroll, essentially, of Animal Messenger. So that is
Boots and a cloak and a totem and a pokey symbol.
polar bear mantle,
bear fur boots. Druidic focus. Made
We should
from-
totally go back to that forest now.
Druidic focus made from direwolf fang.
I really think we should go get that mirror.
Agreed.
All right. And as
Let's
you
just
agree on
like
this,
seal that whole cave.
yes, and as you agree on this, that okay, I will have to hard end there, unfortunately.
Fair enough.
Okay.
But what an end that was, and what a fight! A very near end for the party.
Savage just keeps going and going and going.
Mm-hmm.
Savage does not stop.
It's fantastic.
Well, if that is that, then
Do we level up?
No.
Wow.
You leveled up very recently with our adventures. That's one of the
That's true.
milestones.
That is true. We'll just have to.
Perhaps give it just a little bit more time.
fair enough. So,
Imagine if we do this and then we go out and play like a single ordinary moose, and that's the thing that tips us over. I'm not saying that's what it would be, just the joke I'm making.
Fair enough. In any case, thank you all for watching. If you have been, I
Yeah.
appreciate your time, and I hope you have a nice week. Because next week we will be off because one of our friends unfortunately will not be able to make it. But we'll see you whenever we can. But until then, catch you later. Bye bye.
peace.